Yo, 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 what's going on? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Empire Jeff TV. I am your host, Empire Jeff, coming to you on a Friday night in which the Los Angeles Lakers, man, I can all hardly say this with a straight face, man. The Los Angeles Lakers barely escape with a victory over the lowly Memphis Grizzlies, 123 to 120 in Memphis tonight, man. And in a game in which, like, it was like the Memphis FedEx night squad like showed up to play pickup ball against the Lakers and almost beat us tonight, man. That's the type of game it was. A bunch of G leaguers, some journeymen, some young players, some guys that look like studs that'll probably never look like that again in a game like this, right? I mean, y'all got Scottie Pippen Jr. in the Hall of Fame yet or not? Or not? I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure I know what the rounds are making tonight, right? Like classic overreaction of one game. What's not an overreaction though is this Laker team. A shout out to Memphis. Shout out to Scottie Pippen Jr. and them, man. Shout out to what they did. I've often said, you guys have heard me say this many a time on the show. There is nothing more dangerous than a team that is playing free and with nothing to lose, right? Like when you saw the way the Lakers went in and when they played against Boston, playing free, nothing to lose. Look what happened in that game, right? So that can happen to you on any given night in the NBA. I have often said numerous times that a team without some of their star players are almost, are extremely dangerous because those other guys got nothing to lose. They're going to bring it. They're not going to be looking over their shoulders. They're playing free. They can let it rain and they get a little confidence going and they can go. In this league, in today's era, man, a journeyman or a scrub can absolutely get busy against a team in today's NBA, man. So that's not abnormal. We've seen this before, man. We've seen dudes on Dallas. We've seen dudes on other teams come out that haven't been nothing all year, come out and light us up. That's just what our season has been. So this is nothing new. So, you know what I mean? You're not going to get the classic overreaction, on this. Shout out to those boys in Memphis because they did their thing. Respect to them, man. That's how you should be. You should go out there and show up. You should play no matter what is going on. That's what being a professional is about. These guys showed up and they wanted to show the world that they can play. This is the Lakers coming into town, all eyes on this game. And those guys went out, played hard and got some attention for themselves. And that's well deserved. Shout out to them. On the other hand, it's, the Lakers, man, the Lakers had no business making this a close game whatsoever. A 3-point game, 1-point game until Braun got that steal. And basically, no, it was a 3-point game at that point. But just the game should never have been that close. We should never have required LeBron James and Anthony Davis to go dummy point wise to win this game. Should never have come down to that, man. 80, 36, 14, 4 turnovers or 2 blocks. LeBron James with 37 points, basically carried us in the end, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. But we got to talk about, we got to talk about D'Lo. We got to talk about Austin, man. We got to talk about it. And what I've always said, man, when you get a team out there that's playing free, and this is what I've always said about Rui. Rui can score. Rui's capable of giving you 15 to 30 points on any given night. He can get you anywhere in that range on any given night, right? Any given night. But that guy, like I said, he's not going to be out there and guard some of these guys. So you got him and Austin and D'Lo in the same lineup. That puts a lot of pressure on Braun and AD. So Rui, a -17 tonight. Austin Reeves, a -22. And some things that jump off the stat sheet in the other angle here are Taurean Prince and Gabe Vincent. Taurean Prince a +17 when he was on the floor. Laker Nation's favorite Taurean Prince, right? And Gabe Vincent, a +27. Now, you can look at Gabe Vincent and see only 5 points. Not really anything contributing onto the stat sheet for where most people look at. 1 rebound, 1 assist. Most people look at all those columns there. But the fact when he was on the floor for his 18 and a half minutes, the Lakers were +27 with him on the floor. Taurean Prince for his 24 minutes, the Lakers were a +17 with them on the floor. So it's just because they're out there competing on the defensive end, right? And if they're not getting you buckets, then at least they're competing on the other side. Whereas someone like Rui and Austin will give you buckets, but then they're just really not out there competing on the other side, and it just leaves you open for too many holes out there. And that's why I will continue to stand on the fact that when Vando was healthy, he's my choice to start because he helps with that. And I don't know if he's coming back. I don't know when he's coming back. I have no idea if he's even coming back at all. But like I said, a game like tonight, these games are dangerous, man. When you go out there against a team that has nothing to lose, you got a bunch of guys. I think they had over 13 players out. Literally every one of their marquee players are rotation players or even their bottom 4 players. All of them are out. So you get guys going in there, and again, shout out to those guys out there. But these guys aren't going to have games like this, right? Like it's not going to be constant. It's just that Lakers defense, that Lakers lackadaisical effort, that Laker players getting out there and not destroying this team. Darvin Ham being Darvin Ham, that goes without saying. Obviously, he still has his footprints and handprints all over the situation. However, I'll say this. I'll continue to say this, and I feel like I got to paraphrase this because the anti-Darwin with the pitchforks out there protesting and all that. Like if you got to remind them that you're not supporting him, because if not, then they get a little wild. But Darvin is Darvin. Like, that goes without saying. I've already run past that. He's here until at least the end of the season. It just is what it is. Crying about it is not going to change that. However, I don't care who was on the bench. I don't care. I don't care who's coaching. I don't care who's an assistant coach. I don't care who the ball boy is. I don't care who the head athletic trainer is. I don't care who the broadcaster is. I don't care who the sideline reporter is. I don't care anything. I give 0 Fs about any of that in a game like this, in a performance like that. Point blank, period. D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves, They cannot escape blame for this game, y'all. Like, I understand a lot of you guys want to paint the picture about one man. This team's issue. The Lakers are in the 10 seeds because of one man, right? But these guys out here, this game tonight, man, is just it's a disgrace the way they went out there and played tonight. And again, I don't care who's on the bench. I don't care who's anywhere. That's a disgrace to get out there and play that type of. This is a must-win game after you just lost 2 must-win games against a bottom dweller, against G League and journeymen. And you go out there with this type of performance and need literally every last second to seal this win. That just tells you all you need to know about this basketball team. That just tells you all you need to know. Horribly coached. Team gives horrible effort. The team plays horrible defense. Team gives horrible effort on when it comes to rebounding. And, our second big is Jackson Hayes, who has the basketball IQ of a dish rag. You know what I mean? He's got athleticism, but that's about it. So when it comes down to it, it just, this team just can't be trusted. And like I've said all season, I've had trust issues with them all season. That's going to continue. Shout out to Braun, man, at the end there. I was like, man, if LeBron can't carry this team to a win over the Memphis FedEx night crew then pickup game, then we got problems, man. We already got problems, but I was like, come on, man. That was just nuts, man. But this is one of those wins that you're happy you got the win, but you don't come away like feeling relieved other than you just got the win. They got the win. The Pelicans are up 11 on the Warriors right now. That's great. Phoenix is down by 1 in Sacramento. We need Phoenix to get that win. We need the Pelicans to get that win. And the Lakers can come out of tonight in that 8th seed. That would be wonderful. Ideally, they can finish 8th, ideally, and then more than likely end up playing Phoenix in the play-in. No picnic in Phoenix. But they can get that win. I feel like they can beat them. I'm more confident in them beating Phoenix probably than I am Sacramento. And I think they can beat the Warriors. They just, as long as they can put some goggles on Anthony Davis, they got no problem with the Warriors. But if they can get 8th, but again, if they can get 8th and beat Phoenix and get 7, this is what I talked about last night. The best case scenario for the Lakers is for them to get the 8th seed, beat the 7th seed, and face the 2 seed going in to the playoffs, as long as that 2 seed is not Denver, right? Whatever they got to do to avoid Denver in the first round. And I hate having that mentality. I hate it. But if it's Denver in the first round, we have a strong chance of being one and done. If it's not Denver, then perhaps we got a chance. Perhaps we can shock somebody, right? But we got to wait and see. And all you can do is focus on what's in front of you. And after seeing how they went in there tonight, it's hard to see them going in and beating this Pelican team who has something to play for on Sunday too, with Ingram probably coming back in that game. It's going to be a tough win to get. So, the Lakers are far from out of it as far as this playing situation is concerned, as far as them still finishing 9th or 10th. They're still have not escaped that possibility. So they're just going to have to continue to grind it out and then try to just get this last win on Sunday in New Orleans. That's about all they can do. And if you got G League guys and guys who will never be probably top end rotational players in this league destroying you today, then you going in there against Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson, CJ McCollum, and all those guys up there in New Orleans. Just definitely want to give it to the Lakers on Sunday. So, that once again playing with their food, and this is they've made their bed, and this is what they got to deal with. So, again, shout out to the Memphis Grizzlies for their effort. Shout out to their head coach Taylor Jenkins, who had this team, even though they're in a tank situation, out there actively and really trying to beat the Lakers today. There's almost nothing better than a Taylor Jenkins tantrum in game, and those are those are incredible, man. But I just got nothing but respect for Memphis for going out there and the effort they gave tonight, and just nothing but more continued disappointment for the Lake Show in their effort, attention to detail. This game should have been over by the first quarter. LeBron, AD, and all those guys could have rested they could have played like 20-some minutes tonight. They really could have. There was no need for those guys to have to go dummy and perform the way they did just to get this win. There was no need for that with this team. There's just no need. But shout out to LeBron for getting it done at the end. But I would have preferred give me like a 20-point first half, Ron. Put this team away. Sense it. Put them away. So that's frustrating, man. But shout out to everyone who's in the building. Went a little long there in the intro dialogue, but appreciate y'all for pulling up on a Friday, man. Again, the Lakers did get the win. Better than a loss. An ugly win is better than any type of loss. So shout out to them for that, at least. Hopefully the Pelicans can get this win, and hopefully Phoenix can get a win here tonight and really help out the Lakers secure that 8 seed, at least for tonight, right? And see and goes from there. So shout out to everyone who's in the building. My guy, diehard Laker fans. Only, what's going on, my guy? Thank you for pulling up. Appreciate you. Ham gotta go. Yeah, he should have been gone already, bro. But you know how it is, man. He's still here. And he's going to be until the clock strikes midnight on this season, unfortunately, man. Vincent, what's going on, bro? He said Lakers played for playoffs. Grizz played for their careers. Why don't you have facts? I mean, the Lakers are playing for the playoffs. I don't know if they went out and gave that playoff energy or attention to detail today, but yeah, I get what you mean there. Satchro, what's good, my bro? He said, yo, Jeff, you already know. Appreciate you for pulling up, bro. Chris, what's going on, brother? Chris Rivera. Hey, Jeff, we missed you on playback. Hey, appreciate you, Chris. I just have not had the time. I do apologize. Like I said, my schedule is pretty crazy. And then like I said, I was sick for a week. I had the flu for almost a week here and wasn't able to do even YouTube for a bit. So I'm back. I'm going to try to do playback on Sunday. I'm going to try, guys. I've just been really, really tied up with stuff I got going on with my other businesses and just my responsibilities, man. And so I've just been kind of tied up, but I'm doing my best to try to get back on playback this weekend. and if not that, then for sure the play-in or playoffs, hopefully. And but appreciate you guys looking for me. I definitely want to get back there. I'm trying. It's just there's not enough hours in the day for a guy like me, man. I'm always tied up in something, man. So, but I'm gonna do my best to get back out there. I promise. Daniel Berry Sports Highlight, what's going on, my guy? Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you. Patrick Jane, what's going on? He said, "Hey Jeff, if they blow out the Grizz, I would have fallen asleep due to boredom." That's one way of looking at it, right? That's one way of looking at it. But man, I would have loved to have been bored in this game, man. Like, it just, it's not even nerves. It's not fright. It's not fear. It's just annoyance of seeing this team really give no Fs, right, about what's going on. Here, they should have put this team to sleep early, but they did not. And that it's just those type of things just really bother me about this team, and will continue to because it's just been that type of season. Every time you think they're turning a corner, like I said, the wheels fall off. It just is what it is, man. Hanson, what's up, my guy? 3-way tie for the number 1 spot in the West. Yeah, and that's what makes it even more difficult right now because the Lakers are out here trying to this is just me saying. I don't know. I can't speak for everyone else. Obviously, I don't speak for the Lakers. I don't speak for the team. I don't speak for the players. I don't speak for other fans. I don't speak for anyone else but myself. So I don't know if, but it's just my opinion that they should probably do whatever they can do in their power to avoid Denver, just because they just haven't figured them out yet. And especially the way they're playing right now. If they get him and they beat them, great. That'd be incredible if they were able to pull that off. But I've seen nothing over the last 8 games that have showed me that they're capable of doing that. So we're gonna have to wait and see on that, obviously. But outside of that, I'll take my chances against anyone else, even with them the way they're playing right now. I don't trust this team. I got trust issues, but I still trust them against those other teams more than I do against Denver. Micah was good, my brother. Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you, bro. He said, dang, team sucks. Like I said on DJ channel, we made them boys famous. G League Linsanity team we almost lost to. Dang, Lakers suck. I'm irritated. Yeah, no, I know. I know. I'm only assuming here. I haven't seen it anywhere, but I just kind of know how Laker Nation is, how they live in the moment. And I'm pretty sure it's everywhere. We should have kept them. We should have played them. Or if we had them, Darvin wouldn't play them. These narratives are so predictable. Like I can pretty much tell you where it's going. But at the same time, everyone that was complaining about him not playing him last year, when you had D'Lo, when you had AR, when you had Lonnie, when you had Dennis, where were you going to play this guy? Where are we going to play this guy? Same thing with this year. Where are you going to play this guy? Right. So, and at the end of the day, the guy doesn't, he's not, he had a great game tonight, but Scottie Pippen Jr. is not the answer to the Lakers' problem. Lonnie Walker was not the answer. Like they put Lonnie Walker in the Hall of Fame earlier this year. They had Harry Giles in the Hall of Fame before he even stepped foot on the court, right? You know how it is. So, no, Scottie Pippen Jr. had himself a very good game today. He's been averaging about 12 points for this team. Was out there playing free, playing with nothing to lose, playing, just doing whatever heck he wants out there, playing with confidence, trust with the ball in his hands, which isn't a real situation that he's going to be in most of his career, right? So he's taking advantage of the opportunity, and that's great. Shout out to him. But this isn't what he'd be doing if he was on another team playing as a backup role, limiting his shots, limiting his touches, limiting his availability and stuff like that. It wouldn't have been the same. There's a lot of guys who can light you up in today's NBA if you just give them the opportunity, right? But there's not a world where you're going to put Scottie Pippen out there on a nightly basis over an Austin Reeves or D'Angelo Russell or those guys or Spencer Dinwiddie or even a Gabe Vincent. You're not going to put him out there over those guys. He had a great game tonight, but he's not better than those guys. You get what I'm saying? But you're going to get the classic overreaction. Like I always tell you guys, mute the noise, man. Mute the noise. Free Mind, what's going on, my guy? Metro Boomin album's title describes the Lakers all season. We don't trust you. Yeah, man. You know, I've been saying that, man. Man, Kings back up 10 on Phoenix. Yeah. I don't trust this team, man. And you guys know that. I've been very open about that, about my trust issues with this team. I will continue to say that. I love this team. I'm rooting for this team. I'm pulling for this team. I'm still watching this team. And but like I said, it's just I can just speaking for myself. I have trust issues continuously with this team, and I will continue to. Eric Kwan, what's good, my guy? Tired of another mediocre season. Yeah, and that's it right there. I think what it is just Eric. I think what sucks the most, and I've talked about this before too. I think what sucks is I feel fooled. Like I feel foolish. Like I got completely played. I completely bought into this team in the offseason, man. Completely bought into this team. I thought Darvin was going to turn a corner. I thought that the pieces we got were solid. I thought D'Lo was going to have a strong season. I thought Austin was going to continue to improve. I thought the additions, that we got, were going to be big. I was very, very excited about Vando's extension and his role increasing. That fell apart rather quickly. And then it's all the injuries, right? Vando out most of the season, Gabe Vincent out, Rui was out a lot. You just had a lot of things in and out of the lineup. You had Darvin not figuring out or settling on a lineup, partially because of injuries, other just because of his ineptitude, right? And just not really able to commit with anything, keeping Taurean Prince in the starting lineup too long, sticking with the Cam Reddish experience for too long, still not giving Max Christie the minutes he deserves. Like all those things that Darvin screws up, right? You already have that. But believe it or not, like if you have health and you have guys playing up to their capabilities, you could probably still get past that because there's plenty of teams out here who overcome some mediocre coaching. That's not abnormal. But at the end of the day, mediocre play is always going to be a problem, right? Mediocre play, the play on the actual court, the effort given on the court, is always gonna have more of impact than a guy on a sideline. It's just always going to be that way. And I'm a former coach. I'm a coach saying that. Like I know for a fact that my impact on the game, you can create a culture, you can do all these different things. But as far as the impact on the game, you do your work in between games, you get everything going. But between those lines, it's all on the players, man. It's all on the players. Vegas Dev, what's good, my brother? Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you for tuning in and for being a member. Thank you very much. Salute, Jeff. Just glad to escape with the win. I'm glad we got the win. I'm just not happy about how we got it. And I know there's no such, I'll take a win, any day of the week. I, definitely still stand on that. But if we got this win in November, if this was a win in January, December, February, like if it was a win in any of those months, then I'd be like, okay, it was just an ugly win, middle of the NBA season. Teams are kind of sorting through some things. Then I can almost like look at that look at that win and be like, okay, I get it. But when it's the second to last game of the season, when you're, in the 10th place and you're fighting and clawing just to hope to get to the 8th seed, after you have 2 back-to-back losses at home, in which were must-win games after you come off a stretch where you'd been playing great, then there's your chance to really go out there and show that, okay, those last 2 games are kind of a fluke. Let's come out and let's body this team because this is the easiest game remaining on our schedule. Supposed to be, at least. Let's body this team, put in the bed early, night, good night, sweet dreams. See you when we see you. You know what I mean? And then prepare to go and take on New Orleans on Sunday, right? That's the ideal approach. But that's not what happened, right? It's not what happened. And because of that, now the Lakers have, you got to worry about them on Sunday going in. Well, if this is what this team looked like against, like I said, against the Memphis FedEx night shift crew, right, today, then what are they going to look like against the Pelicans? You know what I mean? And that's what I'm worried about. I don't have confidence in them going in there to get that win on Sunday. I hope they do. I'm going to be watching. I'm rooting for them. But, I'm going to keep it a buck. I don't live in Fantasy Island here, man. I bleed purple and gold, and I am a fan. but I'm realistic. You know what I mean? I'm realistic. And this team is they're not to be trusted, man. You can't trust them. You just can't trust them, man. This team gives me Kawhi Leonard ligament vibes, man. Ligament Leonard, man. You just can't trust Kawhi's ligaments, and you can't trust this Laker team, man. Shout out to Kawhi, though, man. I hope you get well soon, man. Hanson says, how about that Scottie Pippen? Yeah, no, shout out to him. I'm happy for him, man. Get out there, and he's averaging 12 points a game for them since he got his opportunity. That's very solid. But again, no one's gonna overreact to that. Like he's out there. I'll talk about like scouts and teams in the league, right? He's out there playing free. There's no pressure on him. He's not playing his normal role. He's not going to be a starting point guard in this league. Like shout out to him. But this is it is showing what he can do when he's given trust and when he's given minutes, right? It is showing that, which is good for him. Very good for him. And it probably secures him maybe an actual deal as opposed to a 2-way or or a training camp invite or something like that. Maybe it gets him an actual contract. Not long term, but maybe it gets him actually a roster spot, which I hope he gets, and I hope he's earned with his play here. But outside of that, man, let's not get crazy here. Let's not get crazy, man. Micah says, EQ, he's talking to Eric Kwan. Dwight Smith, what's going on, my guy? Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you as always, man. Free Mind says, Mavs took an L to Pistons. So yeah, these types of games can happen. Yeah, any given night, anyone can beat anybody, right? The Pistons, like I said, even in some of the games they've won, we're like, wait, what? Like, you've had games where teams, the absolute horrible teams, have gone in and got wins, right? Like you that happens in the NBA. That happens. Like I said, it's not often, or it happens at this point in the season. Dallas wasn't really playing for anything. They're locked in that 5th seed. so that they're really not really motivated to play, right? But the Lakers needing every win they can get. This type of effort tonight was a disgrace, man. From everyone down. Like I said, from the entire coaching staff to everyone who suited up, man. That effort was just terrible. And while I blame the players more than the average fan, I'm not just team. It's all Darvin's fault. Like that's not me. However, if I'm Darvin and the players are just continuing to do that, then I'm gonna be like. Channel your inner Taylor Jenkins. At least be fiery. At least show the people you care. Get a technical. Who cares? Get out there. Get emotional. Get out there and show some fight, Darvin. Right? Because if the players, you know what it is though. I think the fan base, and this I blame him for. This is definitely his fault. I think if the fan base, and I'm speaking for me, I can't speak for everyone else, but I think that if the fan base saw some fight and passion in him, and saw him out there like engaging with the refs or using his challenges a little bit more, not even his timeouts. Like I'm not on that's a narrative that I'm not gonna. That's just a whole different other narrative. But what I'm saying is him at least challenging the refs, him out there at least using his challenges, right? Like those types of things. I think I feel, and again I'm just speaking for myself here. I feel that if he showed a little bit more emotion, a little bit more passion, a little bit more want out there, that I think he probably would have got a little bit more benefit of the doubt. It wouldn't have been just skies falling on Darvin as early as it was. But because he just doesn't give that, because he refuses to step out of his comfort zone, and he refuses to like show really any type of emotion out there, um, that because of that, he brings that on himself, right? So I just think if he was a little bit more fiery, if he was a little bit more intense, I think he would have got himself a little bit more equity with the fan base, because I feel that they would be like, look, he's trying and these players aren't responding. I think that's different. But because you have the combination of the players not performing and him just over there like doop doo doo, that just doesn't help his cause, and that's on him. That's his fault, right? I'm not going down without a fight, man. If my team is just falling apart and they're not giving the effort I want, like, and they're not doing it, then just get out there and coach your ass off, man. But he's just not doing that. He's just not doing that. So and because of that, like the people, can sense that and see, and then as the players see you're not really fighting for them, you're not bringing that fire, so they're like, we're not going to bring it, and he's got that whole thing out there, the whole weird thing. But like me as a player, I wouldn't need that from my coach. I wouldn't need it, right? I wouldn't need another man to be fiery for me to be fiery. Like I wouldn't need him to be competitive for me to be competitive. Like I wouldn't need him to get me focused on my craft, my career, my livelihood. I wouldn't need that, right? I wouldn't need that. But there are some people that do, right? I don't believe LeBron James needs that. I don't believe Anthony Davis needs that. I don't believe the majority of these veterans need that. But the young players definitely do, right? Someone like Max Christie does. Someone like a Cam Reddish, who's just been tossed around like crazy, could probably use that, right? So it's that's one part where Darvin, that I definitely have a problem with him on, because I feel if he just did that, I think the fan base and some of his players probably would have gave him a longer leash and a little bit more trust. But because he doesn't do that, I think he just kind of buried himself there, man. Tony says Spurs beat who has the split? Who's MTW? Let me look here. Spurs. I saw that was one that came down towards the end there, right? What just happened here on my screen? Oh, I talk about Denver. So all that does is just like those teams are just fine for position, but it comes down to tiebreaker. So I'll have to look that up. But what's the score? Pelicans are. Let me check the Pelicans game, because Phoenix is now still down by 9. Pelicans, as I call them, are up 15 on the Warriors right now with about a little under 2 minutes to go in the third. So that's very good news for the Lakers. But Phoenix down 9 at the half, not very good news for the Lakers. We need a run from Phoenix here to try to take down the Kings there. So wait to see if that happens. But Pelicans up 16 on the Warriors. That's big. That's big for the Lakers. But they've got a little over 13 minutes left here. They've got to finish the job to help the Lakers out here, man. Definitely got to do it. If they don't get Ham out of there. I mean, I'll say this. I think anything short of getting to the second round, I think he's gone. At this point, I don't think they have a choice. If he gets knocked out in the play-in, it's easier for them to probably just like, okay, let's do it. If he goes, makes the playoffs, and they compete in the first round but get knocked out, I still think he's out of there. I hate to say it, because you don't want to root against the Lakers progressing in the playoffs, right? But I feel like if they get to the second round and compete in that second round, I think then it gets dicey. I think there's a chance he stays. I'm not rooting for it. I'm not rooting for it. I gotta be clear, because the anti-Ham mafia they come for you. But I just know how the Laker organization operates, man. And I have a feeling that if they make the second round and compete in that round, I think there's a chance he stays. And that's Lord, I don't want to go through this again another year, man. I just don't, man. Jeremy, what's going on, my guy? Said Empire Jeff, what's good, bro? Happy you're back. But besides Lakers, my Pittsburgh Pirates are coming. What's going on, Jeremy? Yeah, I've watched their games, man. I'm enjoying watching them. They're coming. I think they'll fizzle out a little bit, but I think they're gonna have a good season. I don't see them as a contender yet. I'm not trying to disrespect, but I think they're a little early right now, playing a little above their head. But I think they're gonna be good for a while. And yeah, they're fun to watch, man. I'll be catching their games, especially I love the travel days, right? When I'm at work, I can have like 3-4 games on the screen and have all these different. So Pirates are fun, man. They're very fun to watch, for sure, man. Our backcourt is barbecue chicken with Dylan Maurice. Facts. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it's funny because, like I said, you look at a guy like Torian Prince, plus 17, and a guy like Gabe Vincent, who basically contributed almost nothing to the stat sheet other than 5 points, but he was a plus 27. Just his presence on the floor alone because when you have a point of attack defender, which I've been saying since like, this is what I'm saying. Like a lot of people are late to the party on this type of stuff, right? But a lot of people just look at the stat sheet and just look up what someone gives you offensively and think that's just the game. And there are guys who impact winning who do not touch a stat sheet the way, other guys do. And someone like Gabe Vincent, the way in his minutes tonight, he was dominant in his plus minus. Dominant. Torian Prince plus 17. But like I said, Gabe Vincent plus 17 in his 18 or so minutes of play. And as he gets more into condition and starts playing more, I also said in the offseason the main reason I like the addition of Gabe Vincent was I felt that it added that pressure to D'Lo, or at least a liable insurance policy. So you have a game like D'Lo tonight who comes out and wets the bed. Well, then at least you got someone like Gabe Vincent who you can put in, and he can at least steady the ship. He can run the point. Like, he's not going to give you 30, but he's not going to get you those careless turnovers. He's a guy that will look to try to drive the basketball. He will be a point of attack defender. He does play with some grit. All these things that he brings that D'Lo doesn't. It's a good change of pace there, right? Along with Dinwiddie. So with those guys there, I'm comfortable with the backcourt because they give you what D'Lo doesn't, right? But then you got Austin, who just can't defend out there against some of these guys, and that's when things get a little murky there when you don't have a Vando. And then when you got D'Lo, and I've been saying this all season, and again, people only look at offense. When you got a starting lineup that consists of D'Lo, Reeves, and Rui, you're gonna have problems defensively, which is why I've always said that Vando is the cheat code to that lineup. Point blank period. There's no ifs, ands, or but about it. The answer is not starting Christian Wood next to AD. The answer is not starting Jackson Hayes next to AD. That's not the answer. The answer is the perimeter-based guy, because Vando's also capable of giving you 8 rebounds a game. So he solves that problem too. So you got a guy who can guard multiple positions, and a guy who can rebound, and a guy who helps Braun and AD. And now Braun plays a little bit better defense because he knows he's got 2 other guys out there helping him versus just one. So when it's Rui in that starting lineup, it's like you got 1.5 defenders. You got AD and Braun half the time. But when you got Vando out there, it legitimately feels like you have 3 defenders, because then Braun can play free safety, which is what he's best at. And you're just a much better defensive unit out there. And so that's why, for me, it's always been about Vando in that starting lineup over Rui. But I understand that Vando's not available right now. But that's when they were hitting their stride, and he was starting to play great in that first half in Boston, man. I was like, oh, here we come, because this is the Vando we're going to get for the rest of the year. Then look out, league. And then he gets hurt. And that's where everything kind of fell apart. So, as far as that lineup, they just started to start putting it back out there, man. But shout out to everyone in the building, man. We got over 50 people in the building right now on YouTube, but only 29 likes. So do us a favor here, man, and drop a like on the video. We'd greatly appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. And we also got 3 different levels of membership here: the mini mid-level, the mid-level, and the full mid-level. Like I said, for less than the cost of lunch, you can become a member for a month, man. We're going to do some ticket giveaways to the Dodgers. We're going to have some member-only videos, some merchandise giveaway. All the members coming soon. So go on and become a member, but at the very least, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. We would greatly appreciate y'all for doing so. And thank you to those who have done so already. My graphic guy here, man, my Court King's brother, Chris, man. What's going on, my guy? Empire Jeff TV is the best way to start the weekend. Hey, thank you, Chris. I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you very much, man. Let's see. Jeremy says, you're right, Court Kings, Chris, real-ish, bro. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Was tonight really Darvin Ham too much, or was our Lakers play lazy? To me, it's always both, Jeremy. And that's what I've always said. I've never escaped Darvin from blame. I've just never been the guy who feels it's just him, right? There's bigger problems than just Darvin Ham. Darvin Ham is a problem. That goes without saying. But what I'm saying is, you have to be naive to think that he's the only problem, right? Basketball naive. Yeah, sorry. I'm not calling people, I'm just saying this. You have to be just so just glued to that narrative. Or that's really the only stance you know what to talk about. Because outside of that, like, there's so many other issues with this team outside of Darvin Ham. And I've heard plenty of people who are just die hard against Darvin Ham speak on these other issues. So like I said, I'm not talking about a particular individual. I'm just saying, shout out to my guy Reg over at the locker room, who was the very first person I ever heard. I'm talking like this was like before preseason ended last season. He was on his channel just losing his mind over Darvin Ham already. Last season's preseason. He was the first person I ever heard. And he's been on him ever since. Ever since. However, Reg has also took a stance on the backcourt when it comes to D'Lo and Austin. He's also been very, very critical of them all season. Even when they were playing great, he was saying, that's fine, they're playing great now, but I'm not going to trust them when it comes down to pressure situations or the playoffs. Like, he never shifted. He never started re-drinking the D'Lo Kool-Aid. He never did. For those who don't know who I'm talking about, Reg over there at the locker room, great show, very entertaining. Go check out Reg, man. But Reg has been on that literally since the beginning, halfway through last season's preseason, right? But he probably dislikes Darvin Ham more than anyone I've seen online, and he was the first one, right? So he's been talking that talk for for a very long time. But he could still see past that there's other problems than just Darvin Ham. And that's been my stance ever since, all the Darvin talk started like getting heavy and loud, right? Because there are not bigger. There are more problems than just Darvin Ham. And I believe that 100% to be true. So, Jeremy, it's both, man. Like I said, I don't care who's on the bench. I said this earlier. I don't care who's on the bench. I don't care who the ball boy is. I don't care who the scorekeepers are. I don't care the sideline reporter, the announcers, the broadcasters. I don't care who the PA guy. I don't care who any of those guys are. There's no excuse for the effort these players came out with today. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if you put 5 guards out there. I don't care if you put 5 forwards out there. I don't care what was on the floor tonight. I do not care. Whoever was on that floor, if they had Lakers on their chest, they should have been embarrassed tonight with their effort. Point blank, period. And I understand on that 100%. Sorry, guys. Like I said, I'm still kind of recovering from this flu, so still a little congested. Don't mean to keep clearing my throat in your guys' ears. Yeah, I apologize, man. Can't trust our guards. Facts, Vegas. That's a fact. We cannot trust our guards, man. Warriors back to within 9 here, 92-83. New Orleans right now. We can't trust our guards defensively. I still have trust in these guys at times to get hot and get going. I understand if D'Lo's not giving you his points, think about D'Lo. If he's not giving you his scoring or shooting, really, if he's not giving you his shooting, he's not really giving you anything else. He's not a point of attack defender. He's not a point of attack guard where he goes to the rim, right? He's not a guy that draws a lot of and ones. He's not a guard that's going to get down there and post people up. Like, he doesn't have a lot to his game other than that shot, right? And he's much better shooting with the ball in his hands than catch and shoot as far as initiating his heat streak, right? So when that's not going, then you've got problems with him in a game like tonight. So in a game like tonight, when you got someone like Spencer and you got someone like Gabe, and it's probably why they won the game, because their minutes combined out there, those two played a combined roughly 42 minutes. Excuse me. About a combined 37 minutes or so for Dinwiddie and Gabe, right? And they were combined plus 38. Okay. So when you take D'Lo, who was a +1, right? And then you take Austin Reeves, who was a -22. Okay. So that basically takes you to a -21, right? So their plus minus of plus 38 helped you offset the bad performance of those two, and that's how you got the win. So if you didn't have any performance from the bench, of them coming in and giving you really anything, those 14 points that Torian and Gabe gave you, along with those those plus 38 that they gave you, it was only really 8 points, right? But when you put the 8 and then you add Torian Prince 9 in there, okay, so that gets you to 17 points. 17 points, but you're talking 38. You're talking plus 55 for those three. Dinwiddie, Torian, and Gabe were a plus 55 tonight. Those three guys just being on the court, and their combined 17 points. Combined 17 points, and their plus 55 is what allowed LeBron James and Anthony Davis to score 37 and score 36, and you walk out with a win. if those guys didn't come in and contribute the way they did during their minutes, they would have got blown out tonight. They would have got blown out tonight. And that's Spencer Dinwiddie, that's Taurean Prince, and that's Gabe Vincent. A plus 55 to 3 combined with only 17 points. So that's what I'm telling you. There's things that guys do on a court that don't show up on a stat sheet. And, well, plus 55 shows up on a stat sheet. But what I'm saying is, you know, that's what we have when these guys can't get it done. And if it wasn't for those 3 guys, we lose this game. Just is what it is, man. We need Pelicans and Suns to pull it off tonight. Yeah, Pelicans still up 9 minutes to go. Warriors with the ball now. Warriors are going to make a late push here. They're going to make a run, and you got Steph in a close game at home. They're playing in the Bay Area, and you know, this is the point where you're going to get the Warriors' best punch here. The Pelicans got to withstand this last run here and try to get the win. But it's, you know, we're sitting here and there go, ooh, Clay's shot was in and out. Draymond with the rebound. Out to Chris Paul for 3. Second chance 3. There you go, man. Is that an and one? Is that an and one? That's an and one. So it's about to be 92-86 with free throws coming for Golden State, a potential 4-point play to get them within 5. All right. So things are getting sticky up there in Oakland, man. Man. Just not good for the Lakers here. Eric Kwan says this whole organization lacks accountability, that they have accepted mediocrity. The organization, that's like a whole different conversation. There's a whole thing. There's a lot to be said there. Some things that have been talked about, some things that have not. And we're gonna have the whole offseason for that. So I'm gonna, but yeah, the organization has got some challenges to say the least. Some challenges to say the least. Eric, Purple and Gold, what's going on, my guy? I'm not that happy with the win, Jeff. We won, but 13 players unavailable. We can't even rest Braun and AD in the 4th. Wow. Yeah, I'm upset that we couldn't even rest them halfway through the 3rd. Right? You know what I mean? And like I said, shout out to Scottie Pippen and those guys who went in and did their thing tonight. But I don't think anyone, you know, expects, Gigi Jackson out there, man, doing his thing. Like I said, Jake was out there getting his with 28, man. You had 4 guys with at least 20 points up there. Jordan Goodwin, Scottie Pippen. Like I said, you're probably never going to see that again from that team. It was their perfect storm game. This was their perfect storm game. This was their game. Clay just hit another 3. 92-89, man. Pelicans are only up 3 with 8 minutes to go in the game. They're starting to fall apart here, man. They had their perfect storm game, which is what the Lakers had in Boston. Now, you're rarely going to see that type of game that the Lakers had in Boston again. But we've had our perfect storm game, right? And today, the Grizzlies had theirs too. They just weren't able to finish it with a win. But they damn near did. Let's see. I'm on my business here. They're talking to each other. Chris says, Jeff, you're right. When I'm at Park Balling and the other team is the super team, I play free and usually win because the pressure is off your shoulders. Yeah, I mean that's what it is. When I was, I'll tell you this right now, man. When I was coaching and we were going into a tournament and I saw like because a lot of times I'd be watching the other games, right? And when I saw the best player on the team that we were about to play next, like roll an ankle. And I knew that when it became apparent that player was going to be out the next game, I started to worry a little bit because I was worried that my team was going to take that other team a little bit lighter and feel they didn't have to give as much energy. You know, okay, there goes our 20 or 25 point a game scorer, right? We don't. This is in the bag. We're going to put these guys away, and I had to be on them, right? Like, so I'm going, okay, look, like if we don't win this team by 20, if we don't beat this team by 20, I'm treating y'all in practice like this was a loss. You get what I'm saying? Like I had to get that across. So at that point, with coaching obviously does come into play, right? But these were kids though. These were kids. These weren't paid professionals, right? but I would have to go in there and tell them like, look, if we don't beat this team by 20, then I'm approaching our next practice like we just lost by 20, and it's gonna be hell. Like it's gonna be hell. Do not play with this team. Beat this team early. Go out there. And but like I said, these are kids who are being taught how to play. These are young point guards being taught how to manage basketball games. Not paid professionals, but in the game 10 years, right? In the league 10 years. So like I'm saying, like it's almost when you have a team, when you have a guy go down, that as a head coach, I'm telling you that's a little frightening, man, because you worry and you wonder about your team's focus going into that game because You could be setting yourself up for an accidental trap game because you expected it. Your guys are hyped up, they're ready, they're looking forward to it, and then other guy's best player or two go down, and it's like they let their guard down a little bit, and that's terrifying as a head coach. Trust me, terrifying as a head coach. So while Darvin, is a guy who is a mouthpiece and is a very verbal guy. However, like I said, these are paid professionals. You don't need 39-year-old LeBron James, a 30-year-old Anthony Davis. Like they don't need to be motivated by their head coach. They know that already. But role players and young players, yes, right? So you look at a game like this, and that it's concerning because it's like, okay, these guys are going to come out and just be throwing up everything. At the start of the game, they were just making everything. And once that goes, so you got a team already playing free. Then they start to make their shots. So they're already playing free, and now they're feeling confident. And that just brings their energy up against a team who doesn't want to exert that much energy because they thought this game was going to be easy. And that's what happens. That's when you get caught slipping. And the Lakers got out of there with the win, but should never have been that close. But you're right, Chris. Let's see. Purple and Gold says, not to disrespect anyone, but we're playing Scottie Pippen Jr. Come on. No, that's what I'm saying. And again, I'm sure, because I know how Twitter be, I'm sure that the Lakers are getting bashed for letting him go, or they didn't play him last year, or they wouldn't play him. Everyone's living in the moment. I'm assuming. And again, that's just that typical overreaction, to stuff like this. But Scottie Pippen Jr., I'm happy for him, and I hope that that this gets him a roster spot. I really do. I feel like he's earning it. But Scottie Pippen Jr. is not going to be a starting point guard, and he's probably not even going to be a primary backup. Come on now. Tony says Nuggets lost. Yeah, Nuggets did lose. Richard says, I heard drawing plays. So I saw that. So one thing you guys got to be mindful of here, and I can't speak to this, that this is what happened, and I'm not. Again, I got to say this again. I am not defending Darvin here. I'm just painting an example of what happens on a basketball sideline. Anyone who's ever played or coached in any type of organized basketball, not like I'm just saying organized basketball at a decent level, right? You've seen. I have had players ask for the clipboard and then showing me better than they can tell me things they're seeing on the court and how they saw something and how they want to get to this spot, or if they went this way, they think it could work. What do you think of this code? Like, so it's not like, and again, I have no idea if that's what happened today. So I want to be clear about that. But I just want to paint a picture to you guys of what happens on the sideline. And anyone that's ever coached will back this up. And a player will sometimes can show you, in practice, this happens all the time. They'll go on the court, they'll walk through it, he'll point, like they'll go through this. But in a game, sometimes they'll ask for the clipboard, or sometimes they'll do it on their hand. Like they'll take they'll take their finger to their palm and kind of show them. So saying like, okay, well, if I'm seeing something here, if we go this, what can we do? Like, and they work together on something there, right? So that, or even not even with coaches, with other players. Like I'm here, but I'm seeing you can go back door here. I'm seeing I can cut through here. Like that's not uncommon. If you go back and watch a lot of games this year, I've seen plenty of games where guys have been with clipboard showing other guys, and it's just basically showing them where they're open or showing where opportunity is. Players do this all the time. This is not abnormal. I cannot speak to exactly what it was today because I wasn't on that sideline, right? But I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt that is not abnormal at all. So again, it's just there's nothing that there feels like there's nothing that can happen. You see what I mean? Like when people's minds are so fed up with Coach Ham, and deservingly so, they're so irate, and they're so frustrated with the Lakers not getting rid of him that literally anything that happens they take to the extreme just to point out as a dig at him because they're so unhappy with him. But it could be something as simple as players communicating about something they see within an offense, or a player and an assistant or another coach communicating something. That happens all the time. But people are going to grab that and run with it because they're just so frustrated with the situation. And I get it. I totally get it. But I'm here on these YouTube streams to show you the other side to it. Because there often is one. Now, that doesn't mean that that's what happened tonight. I'm going to say that again. It does not mean that that's what happened with Rui tonight. I have no idea what that was. But what I'm saying is it wouldn't surprise me if it was that, because that happens a lot. And you can ask anyone that's ever coached or anyone that's ever played, at high level, or anyone that's even, actually even anyone that's ever played at a lower level. How many of you seen, like I said, that thing when they go with their palm, they point, you go here, you go here, like where non-coaches are drawing up plays because they're active and engaged in the game and they're seeing something, they're communicating it. That's not abnormal, guys. Does that mean 100% that's what happened today with Rui? Like I said, I don't know. I'm just trying to let you hear and see the other side of it, because that of what I'm portraying happens a lot. But because Darvin has created such disdain for himself that he doesn't get a benefit of the doubt, because, they're just over him, right? So any little thing that comes up, like I said, I get tagged on so much stuff. Anything that comes out news related. Oh, Darvin's doing this. Oh, okay, Darvin, like a lineup gets announced, or like an injury, or like Anthony Davis gets poked in the eye and people are questioning the medical staff. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just so extreme, man, and toxic. It's just crazy, bro. But sorry, that's a little long answer, but again, I just wanted to give you guys like an insight, on that, because that is not abnormal from that perspective. And like I said, you could ask Lamont, you could ask Elder, you can ask these dudes who've been in those situations, and they'll tell you that's not totally uncommon, man. Not Pippen Guru, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, he says Suns selling. Yeah, man, the Suns out here. Okay, Pelicans were gaining a little bit of a lead here, man. Taking it back here. They fought it off, 106-97. The Pelicans are back up 9. 3.5 minutes to go here in the fourth, man. This is big for the Lakers, man. This is real big for the Lakers right now. So 3 minutes. Y'all watching this game? If you have League Pass, that's what the game is on right now. But Pelicans are looking to close this out, man. Tina, what's going on? Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you, man. Pippen Jr. is only playing because they didn't have anyone else. Lakers played 2 days ago. It hurts them time and time again. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I mean. This is not, like I said, Scottie Pippen Jr. is not going to be, he's not a diamond in the rough that was found that's going to be starting on a team next year. It's just not going to happen, guys. Chris says, Jeff, you've been on Ham all year, but respectively, I know you never protected him. Yeah, again, I just, because you know what it is, I think it's because my calm nature, Chris, of not getting up here and freaking out or overreacting or screaming or yelling and throwing tantrums or celebrating every win like we just won a chip and throwing a tantrum every loss like the season is over, right? Because I'm kind of like in the middle, no matter what happens. I get excited over big wins. I like when they beat the Clippers, the in-season all this stuff. Like I get excited, but then I balance myself out, right? And I get back to covering the team, right? Which I'm trying to do. But I have a lot of people who think that I'm defending Ham. Like there are people who come at me for it, or people, there are people in Laker Nation don't even talk to each other anymore because of Laker takes, because of basketball takes, opinions. Like it's crazy, right? So it's Clipper. I'm not gonna call that a nation. Ugh, yeah. But like the little Clipper cronies, you know what I mean? Like the Clipper the Clipper shellfish, the Clipper bottom feeders. They've been going at it. You got shout out my guys that we talked Mavs, man. You got Mavericks fans wilding out with each other with different opinions over their head coach. Like people are not talking to people over basketball opinions all across the league. Like it's wild. It's crazy. That's wild to me. You know what I mean? That's crazy. So when I talk about anything other than Darvin Ham being a problem, because people have died on that hill, they're going to die on that hill if Darvin Ham is the one and only problem. Then anything you say that challenges that he is the only problem, then they just get irate. And that's not my problem that they don't know basketball. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, he's not the only problem. He is an absolute problem, and he needs to be out of here. He should have been out of here. But as long as he's here, this is what we have. This is what we have until, like I said, clock strikes midnight at the end of the season. But there were many, many other problems with this team than Darvin Ham. So I do not protect him. There has been games where I felt he's done some good things, and I've gave him in flowers in those moments. But outside of that, he's dug himself a hole that I don't believe he's going to be able to get out of, right? And that they should have just pulled the plug already. They really should have, just for the toxicity just for the toxicness and just for all the drama surrounding it, and the attention and the just endless, just endless Darvin Ham talk. Like just send him on his way just to be rid of that. Just to be rid of that. You know what I mean? Because it's just so much. Like it's just even in a win, like they're like it's just too much. You know what I mean? Let's see. Patrick says, would you say Ham improved his coaching from last year? I so I'm trying to be careful here because of what I just talked about. And what I will say about Darvin is I've seen moments in this season where I feel like it felt like he was starting to turn a corner, and then that 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. So it's like either he doesn't trust change, he's not open to change, like there's a stubbornness. Is he one of those guys that doesn't want to do it because it's not his idea? Is it, there's a coaching staff of a bunch of opinions, and is he being all Paul Westhead and not wanting to do it because he wants to suppress it? Like, I don't know any of that, right? So I don't know the reason behind it. 5-point game again, Pelicans up 109-104. I don't know the answer to that, but what I can say is it just looks like for whatever reason, he just dug in certain principles and strategies, even though it was blatant that it wasn't going to work, right? And it was too long with it, like I said, the Torian Prince experiment, too long with the Cam Reddish experiment, too long with not trusting Max, not giving him moments here, too long with not going with the right starting lineup. Like, he's done all that to himself, but there are some things that I've seen. He's made some wrinkles to his offense. He has ran some other things. And I understand that the untrained eye, they think that the Lakers just run 5 out all season and that they just don't know what they're doing out there. They can't run it, and they don't run pick and roll with Braun and AD. But that's not on Darvin Ham. A pick and roll, a 2-man game is orchestrated by the 2 players, right? That's orchestrated by the 2 players. That is on those 2. Now, Ham definitely should be on them and telling them to run it more, but it's on them to run it. You get what I'm saying? You don't ever see teams who have players who are capable of dominant isolation. You don't have to tell them to run pick and roll. They just do it because that's just smart basketball. These guys don't want to do it because Anthony Davis and LeBron James, caught up in traffic, have both had ankle and lower extremity injury issues. So they don't want to do that. They don't want to do it because they don't want to get caught up. If you look at their injuries over the last couple of years, it's all been in situations kind of like that. Right. So they're trying to avoid congestion there and avoid some injuries, and it's hurting the team as a result of it. But there's a lot of things that the Lakers have done this season and things that they've worked into. Like I said, I spoke about it last night, like that double drag play that they ran and they used again to beat Milwaukee, where Austin got that wide open 3. That was the coaching. That was coaching. So that was a play. That was a ran play. That was a double drag screen that freed Austin on the left wing there to pop that 3. And like I said, the average person isn't going to catch that. You know what I mean? And I don't expect them to. But what I'm saying is situations like that, and not just running the traditional 5 out, but actually installing that. So if you get the rebound and you get in the pace to run those sets and run those double drags or drag and get a better shot in transition. So those things I did like seeing. But again, the continued drop coverage, right? The continued substitution patterns and stuff like that. It's just, the inability to call challenges when you should, and then calling it when it's too late. Like those things, so it's hard for me to say that he has improved this season. I don't believe he has. I think there's been moments where he's changed some philosophies that help the team, but I think some of his principles and some of his things that he's really stubborn on hurts the team for sure. Hey, Craig, what's going on? Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you, man. Big baby, what's going on, my guy? Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you, man. Saul, man, I see you, man, doing that James Worthy interview. Shout out to you, man. Head over to Big Baby, man. In the last week alone, man, he's been at Spectrum. He interviewed James Worthy. He had Geeter. Go check out my guy, Big Baby, over there, man, giving us support. He's talking about Laker legends, man. So shout out to you, Big Baby. Appreciate you pulling up, my guy. Tina says the Lakers don't take care of the ball. They give up over 20 points off of their turnovers. Yes, and that is that is on the players. That is on the players. Like, here's the thing. Y'all can be upset about all you want about having a 3-guard lineup or 4-guard, whatever it is. I don't care if there's 5 guards out there. There's no way they should be turning over the ball that much. Those are ball handlers. You get what I'm saying? Guys who know how to pass the ball, know how to handle the ball. 6-point game. Ooh, 3-point game now, man. Just cashed a 3 there. 112-109, 50 seconds left to go in this Pelicans game, man. I'm going to focus on this for a second, y'all. Here comes CJ McCollum being guarded up top by Andrew Wiggins here, man. Here comes the top screen there. Oh, man. Okay, no action happening there. Now they're doubling McCollum to get the ball out of his hands. And there you go. Willie Green calls the timeout. 40 seconds to go, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Pelicans ball, up 3. Very, very, very. This game is very important for Lakers playing implications. So they're going to a commercial. We'll get back on as soon as they come back. Defense and turnovers need to be cut down. Absolutely, Craig. I agree 100%. Need to play Hayes and AD together to start. I don't agree with that, just for the simple fact that they're a -7.5 for the season when on the floor together. I understand you know there's been some moments where you guys have seen Jackson Hayes get some dunks and do some things, but the guy can't guard bigs. Like I said, he's good in pace and in space, but he's not good in traffic or congestion. He has a very low basketball IQ. He can get you some blocks, he can get you some dunks, but him on the floor, it's going to cost you eventually. He's just not strong enough to get out there for the type of big you need. He's not that, right? You need that stronger big, that grittier big. So he can get you. He's good in flashes, but Jackson Hayes should never get more than 10 minutes a game, like on a team. He's just not that type of guy. The numbers show that. The numbers show when he's on the floor and he's off the floor. It just shows he's not that guy. He's lack of option guy for us because we don't have anyone else. So you've got him out there, and you got a big that's able to roam free when no one's really watching you or guarding you, playing next to Braun and AD. You can have almost any athletic type of big out there. They can do what he's doing just because of who he's on the floor with. But he's not a guy that you're going to want going into a playoff series as your number 2 big or as your starting big next to AD. That like I said, they're a -7.5 when they're on the Lakers are a -7.5 when they're on the floor together. So that's definitely not the answer here. 40 seconds to go here. Here comes Zion getting the ball into CJ McCollum, being guarded. Oh man, what a screen by Zion. Ball to Zion, man. He goes over Draymond. Is that a charge? Block. Ooh, they're gonna challenge that. I gotta see if Draymond's feet were moving. Draymond looked like he might have cut off Zion there. There's 5 fouls on Draymond there. They called a block. Let me see if Draymond's feet are moving. Wiggins had the seal there. Zion. Oh no, Draymond's moving. That's gonna be a block. Zion's gonna go to the free throw line here. Yeah. Draymond not only slid his body, but he moved his feet. Okay, no, they had a foul to give. Okay, here comes the ball in. Pelicans with a full 14 seconds now. CJ with the ball up top. Using the screen, gets double. Now he's guarded by Steph. CJ, you got to milk that. They're coming to double with Wiggins. Gives the ball off to Zion at the 3-point line. Going around. Draymond has got 5 fouls. Zion trying to spin. Pulls up at the free throw line. Misses the he almost made that. Here comes Steph now. 18 seconds to go, man. 112, 109. Here come the Warriors. Steph looking for that 3-point line. 3-point floater. And he misses it, man. New Orleans with the rebound. And they're trying to get there's the foul. And about 8.7 seconds left. Pelicans up 3. Murphy going to the free throw line. And here we go. Let's see. The FedEx night shift crew. I even saw the janitor checking at one point. Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying, man. There was no reason that how this pickup league team was able to take it to the Lakers like that tonight, man. That was just crazy. In fairness, both Braun and AD just recovered from injury and illness going into this game. They might do better against Pels, especially AD, who would free from the crowd's anger. I agree with you on that. But like I said, I'll take LeBron with the flu right now against this Memphis team that was out there tonight. That there's really no excuse you can give these players tonight, Patrick, against the level of competition that they stepped on the floor with. They're going to challenge this? Challenge the foul? We basically got nothing to lose. You kind of got to do it, right? So like in a game like this, there's absolutely there's no excuse for the guys that were in uniform for Memphis. And shout out to them again. Shout out to them for the effort that they brought. But there is absolutely no excuse for the Lakers to lose. Not lose, but for that to even be a close game. 1 second. 1 second. My wife's doing a thing when she's at the store. She can't decide what to buy, so she needs this one or this one, this one or this one, this one or this one. So my fault, y'all. Tamika, what's going on? Thank you for pulling up. Hello to you as well. Appreciate you. Let's see. Hepatitis. See you later. What's going on, my guy? Didn't the Nuggets lose possession of first place? I mean, last I looked, it looks like. Let me check the standings here. It looks like there was some tying, but I don't know if that updated or not since it came out here. Let me see. Thunder right now got the number 1 seed. Denver is number 3 right now. Timberwolves are number 2. That's where it is right now. Yeah, so they've got to. Hold on, let me see this review. Ooh, that looks like. Oh no, he's got his arm. He's got his whole right arm. How are they even challenging this? That's an absolute foul. Come on now, Golden State. Get it together, y'all. Get it together, man. So it's going to go down to the wire here for the first place, which is a bad loss for Denver tonight. Rodell Media, what's going on, my guy? Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you, man. Denver is C3. Yep, they are. Let's see. Is there any way Denver can go back to number one or no? Well, yeah, I mean, if you look at the standings, so let me get out of the tree and just look at the actual standings here. And they're technically there's a three-way tie, but because based off of tiebreakers and stuff, so I think that they all have a game left. They all have one game left. So theoretically, yes, they could. If the other two teams lose and Denver wins, they could still get one. I'm not really, I don't really know for sure about all the tiebreakers. I have to look at that. 114-109. Here comes Golden State. 9 seconds left. Steph with the ball. He's definitely gonna look to pull. Here going. He's running to that 3-point line. Gets double team. Throws it. Oh my God, he almost made that too. And it's over, y'all. It's over. The Lakers will get a full game on the Golden State Warriors tonight, man. 114-109. New Orleans goes in and beats the Golden State Warriors a night after going in and beating the Sacramento Kings. And hopefully they don't welcome us and beat us on Sunday, man, because they're having a nice little finish to their season here against three teams who are out here absolutely playing for something. They beat the first two. Hopefully the Lakers can end that streak for them. We've been rooting for them the last two games, but that's over now, folks. That's over. We ain't friendly no more, man. We ain't friendly no more. Let me go ahead and switch back to this Phoenix game. So this is it is now a 8-point game. 88-80, Kings up on Phoenix right now. Let me go ahead and switch. I'm going back between two basketball games and a Dodger game right now. So the Dodgers were just launching home runs in this game, and it is now 7-7, man. Okay, so top of the 8, 7-7. I'm gonna keep it on the Dodger game right now, man. So let me get back here to the chat. Sorry, guys. 7-7 game. Padres have been scrappy, man. They had a game early this season where they were down 7. A couple nights ago, actually, they were down 7-0. And they came back and they scored 8 straight and they won. I was like, what the heck is going on? So against the Cubs. So they were down 7-3 in this game. They were up 3-1. Then the Dodgers went up like 7-3, and now it's 7-7. So crazy game over there right now. Let's see. Be more like Tom Thibodeau, coach of the Knicks. Yeah, they need a kind of a coach like that. They need like a guy that can just command, like, just doesn't care what his players think, man. He's just gonna be him, unapologetically him. Eddie, what's going on, man? D'Lo is getting into playoff mode. Playoff D'Lo. Dino, right? Yeah, this is always going to be a concern. This was always going to be a concern, man. He played his way. We're just calling him Deadline D'Lo, right? And he played his way past the trade deadline. But here we are. He had that bad game against Minnesota, right? Has a bad game tonight. They won tonight, but we can't afford to have him have a bad game against the Pels. But this is what I will continue to say. This is what happened earlier in the season. This is what happened in last year's playoffs. When Bron's usage rate goes up, which is going to happen in the playoffs, when the ball is in his hands more, when he's handling the basketball more, when he's going on ball more, D'Lo almost automatically is going to go, his production is going to go down, because D'Lo is at his best when he's playing the point guard. When Bron starts playing the point on offense, as far as handling the basketball, Bron doesn't play the point guard. Hasn't played the point guard all year. When he's initiating offense as the point forward and taking the basketball out of D'Lo's hands, when his usage rate goes up, being LeBron James, then D'Lo's goes down, his production goes down, and you almost lose him. And so this is, while he has to learn how to adapt to that and get better with that, you can almost see it coming. When Bron's usage goes up, his ball handling duties go up, D'Lo starts to plummet. And that's what we're seeing right now. I mean, you hear other people start taking that take. Remember, you heard it here first. I just say, Hepatitis, see you later, says, because if the Nuggets are locked in at 2 or 3, then the Lakers just got hella lucky. If they survive the play-in and get to face OKC, a team they can handle. Facts. That's why that loss tonight was huge for Denver, right? I wasn't even paying attention to like that, thinking they had nothing to play for. I'm like, wait a minute, they didn't lock up first. Yeah. So Yeah, that's exactly it, bro. That's exactly it. So, a lot of things, lot of possibilities now here, man. So, this has been great, man. Chris says, if you do playback, I'll hop on menu if you want me. Oh yeah, cool. You're always welcome, Chris. Like I said, my thing is always just about, am I gonna have the time, right? I'm not a guy that's I don't have the availability that a lot of these other great content creators have, man. Like I said, I got a full schedule, man. It's hard. I wish I can get up here and just give you endless basketball playback, YouTube. Every time a story drops, get up here and do it. Be all over social media all day. I would love to be able to do that. I would love to be able to be that glued and engaged on it. But I've got I got a family, man. I got some stuff I got to take care of. I got responsibilities, man. So it's a goal to grow this out, but I'm not there yet. You know what I mean? So whatever time I do have available, post my responsibilities and family time, you guys are getting it. You know what I mean? So, but I'm working on making more time for it. I'm doing my best. So appreciate y'all for the continued support. And it's just really hard with my schedule, man. I think what the Lakers need is a fiery coach, but is there still a fiery coach in the NBA? I think there is none anymore. Yeah, there are still some fiery coaches. Keep an eye on Ty Lue. Like I said, if the Clippers go out in first round against Dallas, then Ty Lue might not be back next year with the Clippers. And then, Teoscar, did you get that? Did you get that tail? It's at the wall. He caught it. Just missed a homer, man. Warning track power. Damn it, man. So keep an eye on Ty Lue. My dream scenario probably would be if Ty Lue gets fired and Tim Connolly opts out of his contract in Minnesota because of what's going on there with the ownership group. And if the Lakers are in position where they can get both Tim Connolly and Tyronn Lue, I think that is the answer to our problems. That's just me. I know Clipper fans, there's a lot of Clipper fans who cannot stand Ty Lue, just like Laker fans can't stand Devin Ham, just like Dallas Mavericks fans can't stand Jason Kidd, just like Phoenix Suns fans can't stand Frank Vogel, etc., right? But for me, I would love the chance to make right what the Lakers did wrong by not securing Ty Lue the first time, and the chance to get a true face of the basketball operations side, someone like Tim Connolly, who built the Denver Nuggets into a championship team and has now built the Minnesota Timberwolves into at least a top 3 seed team, both on his watch. So I would love if he opts out, the Lakers have a chance at him. And then we got hope, the one, if he's interested in them, that they pay him, that they pay Lue, they offer Lue more than 2 years because he's not going to come for that, right? And if they can get Connolly and Lue, and again, you're hearing this here first, man. If we can get those two, then I'm hopeful that can change a lot of the Lakers' fortunes right there. Let's see. They took in the persona of the coach, hands in pockets. Hands in pockets. But is it me or has Darvin not had his hands in his pockets a lot? Did he finally get the memo like people are looking at and keeping tally and watching it? Because I feel like he's just kind of standing there. What's that movie when Will Ferrell's like, I don't know what to do with my hands? Is that Anchorman? That's kind of like Darvin now. He's like, I don't know what to do with my hands. Like he doesn't know what to do now because they called him pockets for so long. He doesn't know what to do with his hands. It almost looks like more uncomfortable. Just put your hands in your pocket at this point. You look ridiculous. You look foolish out here. I don't know what's going on. Let's see. Tina says the Lakers took on the persona of their coach, hands in pocket. Okay, that's what you said. It's pathetic. It is. JSJ, what's going on, man? What's going on with you, man? Hey, y'all, share, like, and subscribe. Appreciate you, man. We had a moderator pull up for duty tonight, man. Appreciate you. Let's see. Like I said, search is on strike, man. He's holding out. We got to renegotiate, man. Samurai, what's going on, man? My LA Kings are in the playoffs. Just shout out to the Kings, man. Haven't been giving them their due respect here between the Lakers and Dodgers, man. So shout out to the Kings, man. Shout out to the Kings for sure. LA Kings, yes, Tina, absolutely. Chris says, wow, Jeff, you could do an entire show about the Lakers fan base being fooled by this team and him. yeah, I mean, it is. Like I said, it is it's very easy. Like I said, I got caught up, you know what I mean? So it's like I consider myself to have a pretty good basketball mind, right? And I went, and to be fair, and I went against some of my own principles. A guy like Darvin Ham, who's like that car salesman head coach, that's just one of those, just a mouthpiece, and they're gonna talk the talk but not walk the walk. I'm always wary of coaches like that, and I know better than that, but I just wanted it to work. So I kind of got bamboozled there a little bit by Darvin in the beginning, no doubt about that. And then Oh, there you go, Chris Taylor. Finally getting on base, man. So I got a little bamboozled there, right? And then, like I said, I really thought that the moves they made in the offseason were solid. Like I was, that's what makes this season so frustrating. We knew going into the last season it was gonna be a hot mess until they moved the rest. We knew that. But this one, we came out thinking, oh man, we could potentially get a top, 1 or 2 seed in the West. Like I legit believe that. I got no problem admitting that, man. But now we're sitting here and it's just, my God, man, it's the opposite, right? Marius, what's going on, man? What's up, Jeff? How you been, bro? I'm good, man. I'm good. I just, recovering from this flu. Just barely got back to doing shows last night. Was down and out for about a week, man. So back up here now, trying to be more consistent here. Did a show last night. Do another one tonight. We'll try to do one tomorrow to try to make up for lost time here. So appreciate you pulling up, man. But I hope you're doing well. Thank you for asking. I appreciate you, man. JSJ says, welcome everyone coming in, man. I was so close to punching my TV. I think a lot of people were, man. I think a lot of people were. That effort was just disastrous and disrespectful tonight, man. We need Phoenix to win. We do, man. We do. I'm switching back and forth. I got the Dodger game on right now. Let me switch back to Phoenix. So 91-94. Okay, Phoenix is back to within 3 points here. So I got to keep an eye. It's bottom of the 8th here for the Dodgers, man. So we're getting. I'm watching that right now, but I'm watching the score of the Phoenix game here. Mari said facts. Reg has been calling for Ham's job. Yeah, Reg was the first person I ever hear, right? I got Mees. Shout out to Mees. Mees was early on it too. Shout out to Lakers Fast Break. Gerald and them over there. They were pretty early on it too. But Reg was numero uno, man. He was first, man. He was first, and he's been on him ever since. But like I said, he hasn't just been calling out Darvin. He's been calling out the players too. Let's see. I can't trust D'Lo either, bro. Yeah, I mean, and then D'Lo has brought. This is why I say when I say this team, I have what I've always said, and I've been saying is that I have trust issues with this team, Darvin included, the players included. I have trust issues with this team, and that still lingers large. D'Lo, Austin on defense. There's a lot of Rui on defense. Jackson Hayes, Braun giving 100%. All the time. Obviously, at his age, it's tough to do. AD disappearing for 6 to 8 minutes at a time. AD has had a phenomenal season. If the Lakers were even a top 4 seed, he'd probably be MVP, probably be Defensive Player of the Year. He'd win every award. He's had that great of a season. But if just a couple of those games where he kind of ghosted, if half those games he didn't, we're in a different scenario right now, right? I don't blame him because he's literally our only defensive player. I don't blame him. I'm just explaining. Like if that didn't happen, right? If we got a couple more games out of Vando, if we got another, if Gabe was back a month earlier, like all these things just pile up and create one big mess. And that's what it is. And that's why I say, like, the Lakers have more than just a Darvin Ham problem. He is a problem, but there's a lot more problems than just him. Fo, what's going on, man? D'Lo was like Harden to me. Can't trust in the playoffs or important games. That's a fair comparison, man. Let's see. You said besides me, Jeff. Maybe a little late to that, but not really sure, man. Man, you guys barely won this one. Yeah, facts, man. Facts, man. That was dangerous, man. Dwight says that me and Reggie have been campaigning since preseason last year. Yeah, Dwight, like I'm telling you, like Reg was the first person I heard, bro. Kareem, what's good, my brother? Thank you for pulling up, my guy. Appreciate you, man. I don't know if you're still in here. I'm getting to this a little late, but appreciate you pulling up. Thank you, man. Go on, head over to the Kareem Report, man. Unless you guys are living under a rock and you don't know who Kareem is. Excellent Laker content. Not just Lakers, man. Make sure to hit up his Beat 139 too. All the great work he does overall. I mean, just good dude, great content. One of my big brothers in these YouTube streets, man. So make sure to support Kareem, man. He was a big part, along with my guy DTLF, right? And DJ and Lakers in 5 and everyone, Big Baby, Angry, everyone I'm sure Lakers Fast Break. I feel like I always leave a person or two out here, and I apologize. I'm going off the top of the dome here, man. So, but Kareem was literally the guy who got me to 1,000. Kareem got me like 60 subscribers in like a day and like in one night. I got to 100 subscribers. I hit 900, and Kareem started campaigning for me, and I literally got to like 1,000 within a 24-hour period. That was incredible, right? For a sub 1,000 channel to be able to make up 100 subs in a 24-hour run. I don't know anyone else that did that, and I can't take credit for it because it was Kareem helping push the machine to make it happen. Got people over here that like what they heard, they sub, and then but appreciate you, brother, man, and I thank you, man. And speaking of DJ, man, there goes my guy DJ and Lakers in 5 there, man. aka 60 Cent over here, man, pausing his workout to get over here and salute y'all in the chat, man. Appreciate you, DJ. Make sure to head over to DJ, man. Lakers in 5. Same thing I said about Kareem, man. Yeah, I mentioned DJ before I knew DJ was in here, right? Great content, great dude. Make sure to get over there, subscribe to his channel as well. Greatly appreciate you, bro. Chris says, Jeff, you and I can win a chip with our my Playmaker development. We can do it. Oh, man. Let's see. Oh, sorry. Okay. I don't know what's gonna happen with that. I'm just happy Otani's been vindicated because I knew that to be true. Just happy to see that to be official. Hold on, what just happened here? Give me 1 second. Bloop single there. But I'm just happy that he's that he got cleared of all that, man. There's just one less distraction here. Alan says, this is super sad how we have players coaching this team. Alan said, I still can't believe Ham is getting death threats. Yeah, that's the part that I'm not cool with, man. He's still a family man. So man, this should not get past the lines, right? And that's just a little too far, man. That's just a little this I don't know if distasteful is the right word. I think that's maybe a little light. Like that's just foolishness, man. Clipper cronies. Go Pales, absolutely. Top of the 9th here. I think the Lakers telling Ham to not play Chrissy to lower his price as much as possible in an extension. You know, I thought about that. I'm not gonna lie, that thought did cross my mind, but it just doesn't make sense in a season where you need to win. Like you need things. I still think teams have seen enough of him to offer him, about 10 mil. I don't think he was ever gonna get like a $15-20 million offer. So maybe $1 million or $2 or more. So I did think about it, and then I talked myself out of it just for the simple fact that I still think he's going to get a decent offer. I still think he wants to stay with the Lakers. I think the Lakers still want to keep him, and they can match his too. So I think they keep him. But like I said, suppressing his free agent value and potentially missing the playoffs or going out early because of it, I talked myself out of that. I did think about it, though. I'm not going to lie. It isn't that, then Ham is just stupid. Yeah, I probably more Ham stupid than that. Besides the Braun and 82-man game, what other plays you think is hard to guard against without AD and Braun involved? Well, without AD and Braun involved, if you have just any type of motion, like if you saw the Lakers today, right, when you had some things out there, when you see a team that's playing free and playing with energy, just get out there and running when they don't, Lakers just didn't want to do with that. You ever been to the park and you're out there and just not feeling like running, like Chris talks about. A guy like Chris is a guy who gets out there, plays with effort, plays with intensity, just never leaves you alone, doesn't take a play off. Right? You need some guys to get out there and do that. Just bring that endless energy. And a lot of things will go your way if you do that. You know what I mean? And so, but as far as energy can only get you so long, you still need skill. You still need organization. You still need some substance out there on the floor, right? So maybe switch up the offense probably a little bit differently, something a little bit more than a 5-out when you don't have your 2 stars out there, or you only one is playing that game and the other is, he's on the bench at that point. So maybe a little bit more 2-man game, some type of motion offense, right? Some more pick and roll. Here's the thing about a pick and roll. The pick and roll, you don't have to have 2 stars to run and pick and roll. You can see plenty of non-star players get good looks and score 20 points in a game just by running that, right? So, but the players have to do it. So the Braun and AD not running a pick and roll, I blame them. However, when it's a second unit out there and them not running an offense, especially on the road, I blame that on him and the coaching staff. So just running a more cohesive offense in which everyone touches the ball, keeping everyone involved. When you got guys out there like that, and I think that's like what you saw in Boston. Even though Austin was getting busy from 3, there was a lot of pace in that game. The defense was bananas, but everyone was touching the basketball. And I would like to see just a little bit more motion offense when you got when you don't have one of your stars or either of your stars on the floor there. Yes, sir. The Warriors did indeed lose, man. Hepatitis. See you later. Dave Roberts and Ham most hated man in LA right now. At least Dave got a World Series though. He's got a trophy though. Patrick says, Jeff, if Lakers get eliminated, who would you want to represent the West? I would want Minnesota or Dallas. Wants? I don't know about wants, but I think it's who I'd be cool with representing the West, obviously. I mean, at that point, like, it's not us, right? So, do I want to see how far Denver can go? Can they repeat? I wouldn't mind seeing what they're made of, right? So again, I know I'm not supposed to say that, but the basketball fan in me and the analyzer of the game, I want to see him tested. And if they can, if they are they going to go on a 5-year run here? Like, not saying win 5 chips, but are they going to be in it for 5? Like, I would like to see them tested. Minnesota, probably like maybe Dallas. Definitely not Phoenix. Definitely not the Kings. Definitely not the Warriors. But again, I'm not rooting against anybody as far as who I'd be cool with. I would, you know what? I would like to see. I don't have a problem with saying that I would like to see Luka on the biggest stage. I would like to see Luka, eventually, if it's not the Lakers, like I would, and especially for my guys over at We Talk Mavs, it'd be great for them. But I would like to see Luka on the biggest stage. I really would. And if it's not the Lakers, I definitely wouldn't have a problem with that. And even OKC, man. Can I say I got people in OKC? Maybe I can even get to a finals game, right? Catch finals and OKC Dodger baseball. So I would say OKC, because that'd be great for that city and that team. OKC or Dallas. But like I said, I would love to see Luka on the world's biggest stage basketball wise for the NBA. I wouldn't mind that. What's going on, Miss Angie B? She said, hey, Jeff, been listening since you started the stream. We got some help tonight. Phoenix better be careful because they got Minnesota, who is playing for the #1 next. Yep, absolutely. And like I said, Empire Jeff TV's own Miss Angie B. Thank you for pulling up. Thank you for your support. Thank you for listening. I greatly appreciate you. Thank you. KD, what's going on, my guy? He said, what up, Jeff? I'm at Dodger Stadium right now. Oh, that's what's up, KD, man. Bottom of the ninth, man. Mookie is up. A 2-1 pitch coming to Mookie, who already has a 3-run home run to night, man. Come on, Mookie. We need a Mookie effing Betts bomb right now, man. Come on, Chad. Let's speak this into existence. Come on, Mookie. Come on, Mookie. There's fouled it off. 2-2 coming at the Mookie, man. Let's see. Nicholas Clark, what's going on, bro? Last 2 Lakers losses were devastating. Undid weeks of good basketball. Feels like Laker players don't care. I'm about it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just deflated, man. It's deflated. Come on, Mook. Let's go. 2-2 pitch. Here he comes. Come on, Mookie. Ohtani on deck. It's outside. 3-2 pitch coming. Full count. Ohtani on deck. Freddie Freeman after it, man. Bottom of the ninth, and the Dodgers have the top of the lineup, a.k.a. Murderers Row, coming up here, man. 3-2 pitch coming to Mook here, man. He got a little too under it there. Pop up to first base side. It's going to be 1 out in the bottom of the ninth. Here comes Shohei Ohtani, man. 3-point game and sack up 3. Let me switch back to that now because I'm sure behind that. Sack now up 4, 103-99 with 4.5 minutes to go in this game. I'm watching the Dodgers right now. I'll switch over once this inning comes again. It goes to extra innings. Tie game. Yeah, so I'm a little behind here. Every team in the league played tonight. That's crazy. There was 15 games tonight. That's nuts. Do you think the Lakers will take next game seriously? Feels like every big game Lakers come out flat. Very nervous. Here's my thing, Nick. Like, I don't know what the Lakers are trying to do. I don't know if they're like looking at teams and trying to avoid. I don't know if they're trying to manipulate a matchup. I don't know what they're doing. I'm not going to pretend to. However, I'd like to finish the season on a good note. You know what I mean? And while it was ugly tonight, if you can go in and beat the Pelicans and you can go and win 2 road games and that were 2 must-win games, I'd feel a little better about them going into the playoffs. I still would have trust issues with them, and I still probably wouldn't trust them, but I would trust them a little bit more, right? But I hate going into the playoffs on a bad note. I just do. So I would prefer them to go in the playoffs on a good note. So I just don't know what to expect from this team anymore, man. I just don't. I just don't know what to expect from them. And hopefully it will be the most Laker thing ever if they were just played so terrible against this Memphis team and was just let them hang around all game. It would make that they go in and just blow out the Pelicans, right? That would be like the Lakers, like that's their season. Like going in there and just should have blown out the team today and should have been a battle on Sunday. And it would be the most Laker thing ever if they reverse that. This is how they are, man. Funny thing is I see Clipper fans complaining about similar things Laker fans say about Ham. Small. Yeah, every team hepatitis C led. This is how I know that a lot of people aren't really don't got their ears to the street in these basketball streets, man. They really don't, because it's one thing to check highlights or a box score of these teams. But when you actually watch or listen to the games or listen to the coverage and talk to people who cover the team and like you get the full like panoramic view of it. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I always laugh about all the Darvin stuff, because it's like literally so many teams saying the same thing, because it's just the way the league is played. The type of offense and a lot of the stuff that Darvin is running is the same stuff that all these other teams run. It's the same stuff. It's just, and the small ball and the players aren't, producing, or they're not posting up, or no too many. Like this is all things that happen around the league. This is common. It's just, they're Laker fans, right? They don't watch a lot of other basketball. Or if they do, it's not really at extended lengths. So when you show you could have turned on that. He got a strike on that though. Ooh, okay, that should have been a ball. But anyway, so that's when if you're tuned in around the league and you listen, the fan bases and people who cover them, oh man, he popped it up too. Oh no, that got okay. No, he almost overran that ball. But it's not abnormal. What's going on? What's going on with the Lakers, man? We're ties at Hunter Jules. What's going on, Hunter? Patrick said it would be great if we get Rondo as an assistant, and this would sound like a joke, but you think Rasheed Wallace has head coaching ability if we're looking for a fiery coach, really fiery. Not as a head coach of the NBA, and as assistant, yes. He'd be someone really solid to work with someone like an AD. He was someone like, I know people aren't gonna like this, but he was someone, but I don't think he has any interest in doing it. Someone like a KG, someone who's fiery, who kind of like I said, Rondo. I think wherever Anthony Davis is, Rondo should be near, whether it's on the bench, right? Like in the film or whatever it is, because Anthony Davis has always been his best whenever Rajon Rondo is around. And I would just make him some part of the team, right? And have him involved with Anthony Davis, because I feel like he can unlock him in a certain ways, man. Suns are coming back. I hope so, man. Down by 3. Okay, there we go. Let's go. What's going on? Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you, man. Tell Mees the GM, the fans want more videos. Yeah, I mean, I've always told him Mees, man, but Mees like me, man. It's hard, man. He's busy. He's got a lot going on. It's 107, 103 right now, and Freddie just struck out. We're going to extra innings in LA, which means here comes the dreaded ghost runner, man. Excuse me. Sorry about that. 107 to 103. Kings leading Phoenix. 1 minute and 54 seconds left. Sacramento looking to finish this off, man. Let's see. He says, I hate casuals. Okay. I'm sorry, but as a Laker fan, I'm on the fence, shaking my head, fall ball handle. There's no backup big. Who knows who can defend and rebound, and barely beating depleted teams. I've got tremendous trust issues with this team for sure, man. I'm with you, man. Lago says a win is a win, plus the Warriors lost much needed help. A win is a win, yes, but they need better effort than this. Lago. Ciao Lee, hello to you, man. Thank you for pulling up. I appreciate you. Said I'm stressed out as a Laker fan going into the playoffs. A lot of big man besides AD who can defend and rebound. Shaking my head. 5 small ball. Yeah, no, I'm with you, man. Like I said, Jackson Hayes is not the dude, man. I'm worried about this offseason. Braun getting older and pending free agency. D'Lo upcoming contracts. Pels may take our first round pick this offseason if we drop the 10th seed. What's your thoughts? Yeah, a lot to worry about, because even if Braun opts out, he's probably looking to re-sign with LA. They're not going to have money really either way. D'Lo's not going to be a huge market for him. Orlando being a wild card there, they got like something like $60 million, I think, in money. So once Orlando decides to go another way, and Philly really doesn't have any interest in LeBron to really leverage him, then in the Lakers, you probably see a lot of this team come back. You know what I mean? As far as the free agents, and then maybe like an Austin or Rui, or maybe there's moves that are made with picks to go get another player. I have felt all along, I've voiced this multiple times. I feel we're keeping the 24 pick regardless of what happens. Could the Pelicans take the 24th pick? Yes, they still could. But I believe that the Lakers will end up keeping the 24, and New Orleans will choose the 25. That's just my gut feeling. But we'll have to wait and see on it. Logo says, I'm not worried about AD, and worried about our 3-point line defense. Yeah, our 3-point defense, our second chance points, our offensive rebounding, transition defense, all the above. Yeah, all these major issues, man. I'm Pat Bev at the park. When guys see me, they pick me just so they don't have to guard me. Or you don't have to, or so you don't guard them, right? Basically, too. I get you. So are we rooting for the Suns or Kings? In this game right now, I mean, at this point, we really can't catch the Suns, more than likely. So technically, if the Suns lose tonight, then lose to Minnesota. I mean, you have I'm rooting for the guy. Probably rooting for the Suns in this scenario, because it's more likely that we can pass the Kings than the Suns. But who knows, right? They got, like I said, they got Minnesota next, and Minnesota's gonna be playing for a top seed. That one's tough. We own the tiebreaker with Phoenix, and we don't own the tiebreaker with the Kings. So obviously, There's an argument to be made for both sides, but I feel it's probably easier to catch the Suns. Sorry. I feel like it's probably easier for the Lakers to pass up Sacramento than Phoenix. I think. Stupid ghost runner. I hate this rule in baseball, man. You got Fernando Tatis up at the plate, man. Now with a runner on second with no outs in the 10th. Now Dodgers will get a ghost runner too. I'm just not a fan of that rule, man. Joe Ingles, what's going on, man? Suns are stinks. They're losing to the Kings. Okay. Oh, now it's tied. 107-107. Man, I don't want to switch away from a top of the 10th game, but I'm gonna have to. I don't want to switch away from the Dodgers, but I'm gonna, because now this game is tied, y'all. 107-107, and Phoenix has the ball. 19 seconds to go, 9 on the shot clock. Here we go. Kevin Durant with the ball, being guarded by Harrison Barnes. Oh, blows right past him, gets to his spot. Corner shot, catch and shoot. Oh, is he gonna get that? Oh, he got. Oh man, foul on the floor. There we go. What's his name? Nurkic gets the ball, go into the free throw line. Sabonis couldn't secure the rebound and fouled him. See what happens when you play with aggression against Sabonis, man. Just play with some effort and energy. 107-107. Phoenix going to the free throw line here. Joseph Nurkic going to the free throw line here. 107-107. 8.7 left to see. Oh yeah, he's completely, his arm wrapped around his back. What are you crying about, Sabonis? Come on, man, make these free throws. Coughs up the first one, man. Still 107-107, man. Damn it. This game is driving me nuts here. We need the Suns to win to secure the 8th. Yep. Let's see. Suns blowing this game. LA Big 3. Let's see. Nurkic makes one free throw. 108-107 Phoenix with 8.7 seconds left. But here comes Sacramento with the ball with a chance to win with the 2. They do not need a 3 or a 2 to tie. We are in need of two-way player that can start alongside Braun and AD, since Rui has been starting. If Vando goes down, our defense went down the drain. Facts, yeah. The Suns are losing on purpose. They didn't look like in that possession, though. We are rooting for Suns or Kings. I would say I'm rooting for the Suns, just for the simple fact that I think we have a better chance of passing up Sacramento than Phoenix. And I think we have a better chance if we get matched up against one of those two. We've played better against Phoenix than we have against Sacramento. Let's see. Damn Kings win. Suns are trash as hell. Not yet. Okay, so I'm catching up here. Hit stick step. What's going on, my guy? Appreciate you, man. Angie says we have the tiebreaker over the Suns. Yep, we do. But I don't think we're going to catch them at 7. They'd have to lose the last 2. We have to win the next. Yeah, I mean, it's alive. It's theoretically possible. There's arguments to be made for both. It's hard. Dave putting in Yarborough, who throws 50 miles an hour on pit. Yeah, he did put in Yarborough with a ghost runner. And Tatis at the plate. Ugh. All right, let me see. Let me switch back to that game here. First and third, 2 outs in the 10th with Profar coming up to bat here. Oh, man, I'm going to watch both of these games. Let's see. Come on, Yarborough, man. Okay. Tie game, Suns. Let's see. Okay, here comes Sacramento bringing the ball. Buns at the line. Yeah, 1 or 2 for Nurk. Buns by 1. It's a boner. Both teams are struggling. Okay, ball on the Fox being guarded by Bradley Beal. That's bad news. Fox, what do they call it? Foul on the floor? They had a foul to give? I think they had a foul to give. I don't think Phoenix, I don't think, yeah. Sacramento not is, they have a timeout left. They were not in the bonus. Here we go again. Same old game, though, just a different play. Here we go again. Here comes Darren Fox going by Bradley Beal again. Loses the ball. No foul. Phoenix is going to win this game, y'all. Oh, man. There we go. Phoenix wins 108-107. The Lakers are insecure. Sole possession of the 8th seed, man. Okay. Some luck there. We got some chirpiness going on here at half court here, man. We got the Kings and you got Phoenix out here at half court. Okay, that's Phoenix celebrating. See all that purple, man. De'Aaron Fox lost the ball. It actually wasn't too bad defense by Bradley Beal. I was making fun of him. Royce O'Neal gets in goal. There we go, man. So here we go. So now the Lakers cannot catch Phoenix. So now it's there we go. Lakers in sole possession of the 8th seed. There we go, man. There we go. Lakers got the help. They were getting the help either way, but now they stay in 8th place. Let me switch back to this game, please. Don't tell me some bad. Don't show me bad news. Don't show me bad news. All right, commercial. That means the Dodgers got out of it, I believe. Man. Okay, let's go. Who's watching the Dodger game? Did they get out of it? Did they get out of the inning there? 8. Okay. Did the Dodgers get out of the inning? Still tied. Bottom of the 10th coming up. Freddie Freeman should be at second as the ghost runner. To finish this off, man, this could turn out to be a decent night. Like I said, I still do not trust this team, y'all. I still do not trust this team. Being the Lakers, but tonight was a Yarbrough clutch. Can't believe it. Okay, nice. Okay. Like I said, the Lakers almost don't deserve this good luck that they've been getting tonight. They almost don't deserve it, but they got it. They got the win. Like I said, Golden State got the L. Phoenix got the win. Sacramento got the L. Lakers are now in Seoul. Unless I'm big tripping. Let me go back, but I don't think I am. Lakers are now in sole possession. Full game lead on the Warriors. Half game lead on Sacramento. However, they are tied in the loss column with Sacramento. So Sacramento is going to have to lose again, and the Lakers are going to have to win again. And Sacramento has not been playing great down the stretch here. They are 4-6, losers of 2 in a row. The Lakers, like I said, they're tied in the loss column. So it's going to be the Lakers have to win out, and Sacramento has to lose again in order for the Lakers to. They're 8th right now, but if Sacramento wins out, then they'll pass the Lakers there. So, but it's good to be in 8th. 8th is definitely better than 10th. I like our chances against Phoenix if we face them. And even though Sacramento's had our number, Sacramento without Malik Monk, is something that wouldn't be the same as the team that we had to face all year. So here comes Will Smith coming up to the plate, man. Freddie Freeman at second base, 7-7 game, bottom of the 10th, Dodgers Stadium, man. So let me catch up. What did I leave off with the chats here? Oh, okay. So Sac has 36 slots. So okay, NBA.com has not updated that, Angie. When I'm looking at it says 35. Yeah, what I'm looking at right now, when I'm looking at NBA.com, it shows the Lakers and Sacramento both with 35 losses. So let's say they just haven't updated it. But I just refreshed it and looked at it. So am I tripping? Come on, Will Smith. We just need to beat New Orleans. Okay. I believe you. I'm just going off what it says on NBA.com right now. Lakers 8 What's going on, Raw? Thank you for pulling out my guy. Appreciate you. Check ESPN. Okay, cool. Wait, Zach has more losses than okay. I know you guys. I was looking at NBA.com. I guess ESPN updated first. NBA.com still has them with 35 losses. So my bad. You guys are looking at ESPN. I'm looking at NBA.com. Let's see. Check ESPN. Okay, gotcha. We control our own faith. Okay, cool. Sorry about that. NBA's website has not updated yet. They're still showing them with 35 losses. It shows Golden State with 36 losses. Do they have 36 or 37? That's what it's showing on NBA.com right now. Come on, Big Willie. 3-2 count. Freddie Freeman on second. Will Smith at the plate. 3-2 pitch coming, man. Come on, Willie. Just touch outfield grass and this game is over. Oh, man. Freddie should be able to tag here. Come on, Freddie, tag that up. Fly out to center. Oh, the center fielder falls down by throwing the ball, taking all the energy out of the throw. Freddie to third. Sacrifice fly here, wins the ball game for the Dodgers. Come on, y'all. Come on, man. Let's see. Gotcha. Again, I'm just NBA.com is tripping, man. Hasn't updated. Okay. Larry, what's going on, Larry? Appreciate you, man. We just got to win Sunday. What's up, Black Mama? Appreciate you. Bloodhound, what's going on, man? Still need Sac to lose versus Portland, which is unlikely. JHA says Sunday is going to be a playoff game. Facts, man. Lakers got a good 8th. Yep. Larry Leo says got to beat the Pelicans for 8th. Sac and Golden State 36. Okay, so they updated Golden State, but they haven't updated Sacramento on NBA.com. So cool. Thank you for clarifying. Thanks to Pelicans and Suns. There we go. We're the 8th now. Yep, we are. Miguel, what's going on, man? Doesn't it just give the Pelicans more motivation to win on Sunday versus Lakers to avoid the play-in? Well, of course, but like I said, the Pelicans have played well down the stretch here. So the Lakers, no No easy win going in there to get that on Sunday, but they got a chance here. They got a chance. Sunday, a playoff atmosphere. Absolutely, man. Larry says, "Sup, Jeff? Appreciate what you do." Hey, Larry, I appreciate you. Appreciate you tuning in. So thank you. As long as you appreciate what I do, I'll keep showing up, right? As long as people keep showing up to listen, I'm gonna keep showing up to talk, right? So greatly appreciate y'all. I appreciate everyone who tunes in on the nightly. So there would be no channel without you guys, obviously. So thank you very much. Thank you for your compliments. Most important, thank you for your time. Let's do a quick check-in here, man. We got 120 people in the building, sprinkled out between YouTube and Twitter. Got over 70 people in the building on YouTube right now. 55 likes on the video. So I'd greatly appreciate it if you dropped a like on the video on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. And if you're watching on Twitter, like the post and video as well and retweet it. I would greatly appreciate the support there. Thank you guys for all your continued support. Truly does mean the world to me. Never goes unnoticed. And we're creeping up on 1,300 subscribers now. About 6 away. We're at 1,294 right now. So be nice to get to 1,300 subscribers tonight if possible. So greatly appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. You guys are the best, man. Teoscar Hernandez, 0-2 now. Let's see. Carlos, what's going on, my guy? Yo, what's going on? Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you, man. I think our game against the Pelicans will be flex for national TV. Probably, man. Yeah, taking out Pelicans, man. I coined that joint. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Yeah. Sandcastle, what's going on, my guy? Hello to you. Thank you for pulling up. Ingram is playing us next game. Going to be nearly healthy team facing us. That's going to be stressful. Oh, there's pros and cons to that, though, Nicholas. He's been gone a while. Coming in, he may disrupt that flow a little bit there. He's got a little bit of rust going there. So, could be little pros and cons there. We gotta wait and see. Queen, what's going on, man? So if we win Sunday, are we still in the play-in? Yes, we are in the play-in, but if we win on Sunday, we will be the 8th seed, but we'll still be in the play-in. 7 versus 8. We will go to Phoenix to face them. The West is wild. Yeah, man. Wild West. Lakers need the dub Sunday so we can secure the 8 spot. Facts. We are back to 8. Yep. And let's see. Imagine next year, bro, with Memphis and Houston and maybe the Spurs improving. The West is going to be a bloodbath. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. We play at the same time as Phoenix and SAC. Okay, that's good to know. Pelicans will be tough. They got athleticism and shooting. We need the bench to step up. Yeah, we've handled them fairly easily multiple times. So we got a good matchup against them if they show up and play with energy. That's the thing. Is this Laker team going to show up and play with energy? That's the question. Vando owns Ingram. He does, but Vando's not going to be there, unfortunately, man. But I agree with you. Vando owns a lot of people, man. Vando's a beast, low-key beast out here, man. And he's truly missed. Not having Vando out there has been a big problem for his team all season. But one of our main ones. I know a lot of people don't want to give him his credit he deserves. Brando, I've heard multiple people say Vando doesn't fix everything. You're right. He doesn't fix everything. But he makes a lot of things easier. I can tell you that right now. And sure could use him right now. And like I said, kind of like that combined plus 55 for Dinwiddie, Prince, and Gabe Vincent tonight. Someone like Vando adds to that. So guys who don't need to score a bunch of points, but can help you impact winning. We need more guys like that. And Vando is absolutely one of those guys for sure. Where did I leave up here? Okay, there we go. JSJ says Sunday is going to be a hard game. It is. No more excuses for the Lakers. Got to win Sunday. They got to win, man. They've had to win these last 4. They've only lost last 3. They've only won 1. So what is up with Vando? I haven't heard nothing yet, though. They were getting an update early this week. I'm not sure he's coming back, yo. Like I'm just not. Like I said, when they announced that they'll update us late in the season, I did a video that day. Like I said, everybody was pom-pomming, celebrating like he was coming back, and I was like, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, that's not a good update. And there's a chance he doesn't come back this year. So he's still got to ramp up. And then if he has a setback, so we're going to have to wait and see on it. I hope he does come back. We need him back. I'm just not convinced he's going to, but I hope he does. Terrible performance from the Lakers and Ham. Absolutely. Lakers and Ham. Ham is the Lakers. Well, just Lakers. Horrible performance by the Lakers. Coaches, players, all involved. Overall, horrible performance. Come on, Kike. Let's go, man. Kike Hernandez at the plate, man. Kike got that clutch gene in him, man. He got that clutch gene, but we need a hit, man. We can't. We need a hit. Sacrifice fly won't do it. The Dodgers got 2 out, 7-7, bottom of the 10th, first and third, 2 on, 2 out. 0-1 pitch coming to Kike here, Dodger Stadium. Like I said, bottom of the 10th. Dodgers with a chance to walk it off. And Pop says Tatis gonna get there. Oh, did he get that? No, he didn't. Well, that was almost an incredible play. All early games on Sunday. Yeah, the last game of the year is typically all early games on that Sunday. Lakers need to stay on the 8th seed to avoid Nuggets. What's up, Jack B? Well, we don't know where the Nuggets are going to be yet, Jack. Right now, the Nuggets are currently seated 3rd in the West right now. So we don't know exactly where the Nuggets are going to be. But yeah, it would be ideal to avoid them, but we don't know where they're going to be yet. Vincent has been really good for us defensively. Yeah, like I said, he was a plus 27 today. That's massive, massive. But no one was talking about him, right? Because you look at the stat sheet, you just see 5 points. You don't see much impact. But him just being on the floor made a world of. Oh, Tatis could have had that ball and he didn't get it. That fans are just giving. That one fan was right in his ear. Come on, Kike, you get another chance here. Bounce it off again. Okay. Nicholas Clark says every game kills this team. We lose majority of these games. We fared well against the Pelicans this season, so hopefully that remains stays true here. D'Lo 4 points, 35 minutes. Yeah, that's really bad, Steppa. Really bad. Jack says D'Lo's in playoff mode early. Yeah, man. Playoff D'Lo, man. We need deadline D'Lo, Black. Come on, Kike. Let's go. Pops it up. Damn it. Going to the 11th. Top of the 11th coming up here. Padres coming to bat with the Ghost Runner on 2nd, man. Queen Strawberry, what's going on, man? What is wrong with D'Lo? That's why I don't trust him. So I touched on this earlier. For those who are just coming in, I touched on this earlier. I'll touch on it again. The thing with D'Lo here is, and a lot of people don't talk about this, so I'm going to make sure to repeat it because it's important. When LeBron's usage goes up, when games become more important, when you're in the playoffs, LeBron's usage goes up as far as the ball in his hands. So Bron playing the point forward role, taking the ball out of D'Lo's hands as the point guard. Now D'Lo not playing the point guard takes away his best, his best play type, right? It's his most effective way of playing the game. So now you have D'Lo not really playing the point guard as much. LeBron with the ball in his hands more, dominating the basketball more. And then when that happens, when you see LeBron James usage, scoring and all that, when you see that go up, then D'Lo's all goes down. Now, 4 points is atrocious. Now, D'Lo maybe he's not going to get 25, 30, 24, something like that. But LeBron usage goes up. D'Lo can't plummet to 4, right? Get to 15, 18, D'Lo. We can live with that. We can live with that. Get to 15, 18, okay? Because LeBron's elevating. If you're going to decrease, that's fine because LeBron's carrying you on that lift, right, with his elevation of his production. So if Bron is going to elevate his usage, elevate his touches, elevate his handling the basketball, then D'Lo, it's okay if he dips, but he can't dip to 4. Give us 15 to 18. Give us 15 to 18. And and we can get by with that. We don't need D'Lo to get 30 if LeBron is stepping up his game and AD stepping up his game and you got other guys contributing. I mean, Rui's stepping up his game offensively. You got Gabe, Torian, these guys helping with defense. Dinwiddie actually chipping in on defense here. Like, we can get away with that. But we can't have Austin be a minus 27. We can't have D'Lo get us 4 points and expect to win basketball games. So they've got to figure that out. And that's where the Lakers struggled last year. That's where they struggled in that portion of December when D'Lo really fell apart, December, January-ish. And it really is. You're going to hear a lot of other narratives around D'Lo, but it's what it is. When you watch the games, you can see everyone can kind of tell D'Lo's comfort zones. You know where he likes to get the basketball. You know where he likes to get hot from and then branch out from. He's best when he gets going, creating his shot and creating his hot streak off the dribble, pull-ups off the dribble, the ball in his hands. And then he can go off ball. He can then switch over to that. So D'Lo being taken out of that role is going to hurt his performance because he's not going to get to the basketball. He's not going to finish at the rim. He's not going to get layups. He's not going to post up. He's not going to do any of that stuff. He's just a shooter. And when he can't get going with the ball in his hands and get his shots off, that's when he really starts to plummet. And now with Bron having the ball in his hands more, taking that ability away from D'Lo, that's not blaming Bron. D'Lo needs to adjust to that. But D'Lo's game is just built on that. And that's where he's having a struggle now. Nuggets have the Grizzlies last. Let's see. I hate the 3-guard lineup. Ish always kills us. They still go back to it. Well, sometimes you have to because other teams are running it. Majority of the league runs 3-guard lineups, man. I know that's a narrative that's out there, but our numbers with a 3-guard lineup actually are not that bad. Like I said, I know the narratives of it and this and that, but when you look at the 3-guard lineup, some of our metrics are great. The problem is for too long or wrong situations. It's just 3-guard lineups are not a problem. The whole league does it. So I just want to kill that. 3-guard lineups are not a problem. Misusage of the 3-guard lineups is the problem. So I just want to clarify that because every team in the league runs 3-guard lineups. So it's not a 3-guard lineup thing. It's knowing when and how to use them. And that's on Darvin Ham. If Lakers don't play D'Lo, what other team? Oh, pay. What other team willing to pay him more than 18 million? Who has it? So Orlando is the wild card. Orlando's the wild card. Orlando potentially in OKC, which I doubt, but they still technically a wild card. Philly, I doubt it. But Orlando is a wild card. They got roughly $60 million in cap space, and they could potentially make a run on them. If they don't, things get a little interesting there. Angie says, please know that 8 is only where we end the season. If we beat New Orleans, we can play Phoenix in the play-in to get to 7th seed and play the 2nd seed in the playoffs. Yes, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. 7 and 8 play, 9 and 10 play. And once we know where Denver plays, Denver may finish 1st, 2nd, or 3rd, right? So maybe if they finish 2nd, then we probably don't want 7th, right? So it is it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to say because, only 1 through 6 is locked into a seed. 7 through 10 heads to the play-in. Why didn't Ham use a lot today? He should not be playing since the 3rd quarter. I don't know. It's really hard to justify or explain timings in which he does things. So that I don't have the answer because I don't know why he does it other than just stubbornness or I don't know. I hope the Suns win versus the Wolves and the Lakers wins against Pelicans. I'd rather face the Pelicans and the Suns in the play-in tournament 8th and 7th. I would too. Vegas, Vesia in the game. I know, man. He struck out the first one, and he's we'll see. Vesia is either like it's either all good or all bad with him. But he's a guy we're gonna use. Like he's part of our bullpen. And we got no Trinan, we got no Gratterall. We can't use the same guys every single night, right? So he's a guy that's gonna be out there, and until these guys come back, and Kelly, Vesia. They're just going to be out there. He's got the first 2 here as long as Mookie secures his baseball. And it looks like he does. There we go. 2 outs. And so the 2 guys you guys are worried about, Yarborough and now Vesia, are 1 out away from keeping this a tie game. So we will see. He said, man, I'm done. Who would you rather play, Suns or Pels? We've played better against the Pels. We played okay against Phoenix, but the last 2, they smoked us. I would say Pels. This is why I want DJ over D'Lo, because if DJ's struggling on offense, he's going to play defense and attack the basket. What's over here? So I'm watching into this baseball. Yeah, it's one thing when you take away D'Lo's shooting and he's not making shots, he doesn't or getting assists. But if he's getting assists and getting turnovers, so it's just like if he's not really shooting, he's not really giving you much outside of it. Jack says D'Lo needs to adjust. He's so passive. Yeah, I agree, Jack. Bucky Badass, what's going on, man? Playoffs start Sunday. Facts, Bucky. You're right, man. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. D'Lo needs to adjust. Yes, he does. Carlos says D'Lo going to be fine. He just got to make a couple threes. He'll be back. I don't know. Like I said, I agree. He turned the corner this season, but he's going to have to. He showed us that that he could help us this season. But now he's got to show people. Come on, Vesius, strike out Merrill, man. But now he's got to show the people that he can deliver on Sunday and then in a play-in game and then in a playoff series. And he's got to show it. OKC, Mavs, and Phoenix, Minnesota, 2 tough games. Yeah, absolutely, man. For this team, 3-guard lineup is poor because our guards don't defend well. Well, not necessarily. So a 3-guard lineup, if you're running a 3-guard lineup of Gabe, if you're running a 3-guard lineup of Gabe, there's a single there. That's going to be a run. That's going to be a run. Damn it. If you have I'm watching a Dodger game here. If you have a 3-guard lineup of Spence, Gabe, and Max, then you have guards that can defend, right? Or even if it's Max, Gabe, and like a D'Lo or an Austin, then 2 of those 3 can defend. So 3-guard lineups, again, is not a problem. Every team in the league does it. It's just how and when. So the narrative of 3-guard lineups being bad is untrue. A 3-guard lineup of D'Lo, a 3-guard lineup when you have D'Lo and Reeves in it, then you're asking for trouble. Is what I'm trying to get to. But the whole myth of a 3-guard lineup being just terrible, that's untrue. Several teams do it. 4 straight fastballs up 2-0. What was that pitch sequence, man? Yeah, that's guys want to challenge guys too much, right? Get a little prideful there, and it's annoying. Very, very annoying there. So Vesia is he didn't give up the bomb, which he's been giving up. So the good thing is the Dodgers got the ghost runner at second coming up too. But yeah, very, very, very frustrating. So sorry, I was talking to my wife here. I think I hope just get out of here with just 1 run given up here. because Messi has been known to get tagged here and just give up bombs, and that's what we don't want to have here. But yeah, what you guys' confidence level going into Sunday? Do you think the Lakers are going to pull this off? Do you think it's going to be a confident? You got trust issues like me? I don't trust them. To be honest with you guys, I don't trust them. I've learned to not trust this team. I'm not sure if I ever will trust this team for the remainder of the season, even if they advance, even if they win a round. I'm still not convinced that I will be able to trust this team. So curious where you guys stand on that. But I definitely probably will never regain trust of this team as currently constructed. We got here. MB.com is tripping, man. Super big tripping. Let me close out these sites, man. Big time tripping. And okay, so the Dodgers are going to get out of this with giving up one run. Yeah, that's been my part. Like I said, I'm hopeful. I'm hoping they get this win. I'm hoping they get the win. They win the playing game. They win round one. Obviously, I'm hoping they go all the way, right? But there's hope when there's reality, right? And the reality, isn't stacking up great for us right now. So, and that's where we're at. So Sunday, hopefully the Dodgers can finish off this game. Hopefully that the Lakers can take care of business on Sunday, man. And just feels like a wasted season, and we've had so many of those in the last handful of years. So it makes it's just frustrating, man. This plane is still scary for strong ass teams. Yeah, facts. Absolutely. That's the problem. Is there's no real there's no path to easy, right? There is none, even if you get in the playoffs, right? There's no path to easy. But I think that any path that avoids Denver out the gate is probably favorable. But still not guaranteed. You know what I mean? Still not guaranteed. So, so on that note, guys, I've been here for about 2 hours now. I'm going to shut it down. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. 2 hours last night, 2 hours tonight, making up for lost time. So, appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Y'all could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. I appreciate that. So, thank y'all, man. We currently have looks like over 50 people in the building on YouTube, 64 likes. So that's pretty good, man. So drop a like on the video if you have not done so already. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Shout out to everyone over on Twitter, man. Drop a like on the post, retweet it if you can, man. Greatly appreciate all the support, all the continued support, especially with me being on a week, being sick, coming back to none but love. So appreciate it. And just thank y'all, man. So, big factuals. I want to trust this team, but they always let me down with the inconsistent play. Facts, yeah. So it's and that's true too. Healthy to see here for our stars, but not our role players. And role players are important, man. But shout out to you guys, man. Appreciate it. Like I said, thank you for tuning in. Catch you guys on the next one. Y'all enjoy the rest of your Friday night. Y'all have a safe Saturday. Have a great weekend. If you guys don't tune in, I'll try to do another video tomorrow. And then obviously the game on Sunday. So appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your night. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Have a great night. Appreciate y'all, man.